4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Blessings, one and all. Welcome to the Prem Panel Show. It's Thursday, you know it's that time. We got a few unhappy people. We've got a few happy people. It's going to be a good show. Lewis will be joining us shortly, but I got Cass, I got Lee, and I got George with me. What's going on, fellas?
All good, man.
Can't complain. No, all good.
Good, man. Good to have you here. As always, I'm looking forward to this one. I think this one's going to have a lot of, do I believe you? Do I believe you? Do you believe me? I know today's going to be one of those shows. But, you know what I mean? Let's get into it. Now, I was going to ask you lot where you think we should start, but I think it's only right that we start with the top four. Then we'll get to the title race, and then we'll finish up with the relegation bout. I think that's the best way to do it right now. Cass is looking a little bit like he doesn't believe me, but
no one can defeat me, bro. It's all right.
Trust me when I tell you, bro. You're all right, bro. You're all right. We've just made you lot sweat a little bit. That is all we've done. We've just put a little pressure on. You know
I don't need people trying to justify if I'm all right or not. I know I'm all right. Are you all right,
bro?
Thursday night.
Europa nice. I'm ready for it, bro. That tune bangs. I don't care what anyone says. I'm ready. I'm ready. George, what are you saying? You ready for Thursday nights, yeah?
Oh, listen, man. I'm hoping. Yeah. Anyway, move on. Someone else. Go.
All right. Top four. Let's start with the top four. Now, I'm going to bring up the Premier League table because
don't you dare put Tottenham in that equation.
We're
listen, we've done ourselves.
Definitely in the Europa.
We've done ourselves dirty for top four
equation.
Oh, my bad. Is that what I said? Sorry. My bad. Right, here's the league table. Right, can everyone see that? So here's the league table right down to Aston Villa. So United are on 63 points. We're on 62, and Newcastle are on 65. Now, obviously, you guys have both got a game in hand on us, though. So effectively, if you win your game in hand, that would be you lot would be on 66 points, which would mean there's 4 points between us, and then Newcastle would be on 68, and then that would be 6 points. So that effectively means that Newcastle have to lose 2 games, and Man United need to lose and draw a game, or draw 2 games because we have a better goal difference than Man United. So Man United could draw 2 games, and we could get it on goal difference, because I think we can all agree that Man United won't make up 17 goals in these final games, because that's what they'd have to do. They'd have to get 17 goals more than we do to be able to not have the goal difference.
Technically, we have to be more than that, because if you're winning games,
for real. Well, 17 more than us, because obviously even if we won 1-0 or whatever, but effectively you would need a lot of goals. So I think the goal difference is pretty much done. So I think it would be a wrap if we finish on the same points as you. So after the weekend, bro, Cass, I'll come to you first, obviously, because Man United are the team that we can catch the easiest of the 2 teams. You lost at the weekend to West Ham, but you do have very favourable games now with 3 of them being at home. Your away game is...
I'll say 4.
What, 4? Favourable? Oh, wait, so you do believe that...
Because don't get me wrong, I'm not going to disrespect Bournemouth too tough, but at the end of the day, if we're talking down to quality players, I can only think of Billing, maybe, and Solanke, right? And they got nothing to play for anymore. Bournemouth are good. So that's why I'm a bit more confident, and I'm glad we're getting a week's rest. But look, I'm going back on DR Sports on Saturday. I'm there for the 3:00 show, and I'm going to put out some fiery chest. I'm telling you now.
I respect it, bro.
Why I always have the last laugh. Because I do. In the end, I always do. And you know what? I can see us going above Newcastle by the weekend too. And then I'm gonna be laughing. And then the question is gonna flip to Newcastle. So I'm good.
Either of you two, innit? Either of you two drop points, and then you know what I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, Bournemouth, especially after Chelsea got the win at Bournemouth. No disrespect to Bournemouth, but I think you're right. I think they're safe. I think they know they don't need to make any effort anymore. And you know, with all due respect, obviously, when Lewis gets here, we'll talk about Chelsea. But if Chelsea beat you up at home, you've got a bit of an issue, right?
I can't lie. If Fat Frank beats us at Old Trafford, I'm not showing up on the stream. See, out of all the games that we've lost or whatever, see that one there? That's personal.
Well, if Chelsea are picking up a bit of form, then right at the bottom there, Mr. Lee will be happy because the team that he's hoping drops some points still have to play Chelsea. Chelsea have obviously got to play Newcastle. So, you know what? Maybe that win against Bournemouth means Chelsea have picked up a little bit of form. And they got to play Newcastle. Chelsea have got a massive say in everything that the top teams are fighting for right now. They play all the big teams that need to win the points to get what they need to win. So Chelsea Frank Lampard has got a big say in who gets top four and where this Premier League title.
He's got 2 wins in his last 20 games.
I'm just annoyed they actually won their last game because they wouldn't have actually got to 40 points by the end of the season. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
You can't just because they got 3-1. That if you actually watch the game, they played decently well. That's just because. Come on, man. There's levels. If there's anyone that they could have beat if we went through it, I think we all said maybe Bournemouth or Forest, anyways. Right? I think they got Forest on the weekend.
Yeah, they do.
I'm pretty sure they do. So yeah, man. And I haven't lost every time I went to DR. I've actually drawn one. Thank you against this guy's crap.
But Cass, back to Man United though. Real talk. At the weekend, you got Wolves, right?
Yeah, we're beating them.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anyone on the panel that believes that Wolves will get anything? All jokes aside.
No. Their away form is atrocious.
Their away form is probably just...
And United's home form is great. So
it's worse than ours.
I think Wolves have got the third worst away form and Man United have got the third best home form. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, but that's because we play less games as well, bearing in mind.
Yeah, but I mean, you put all the variables there and that's a Man United 3-4-0 in it. Really and truthfully.
No. Who's scoring 3 or 4 goals? I'll take 2-0 because minimum goals at Old Trafford is 2. So I'll take that one.
A header from a corner, maybe. Bruno comes up with a goal at home.
When do we score corners?
Well, Casemiro's got a few from corners, hasn't he?
In important games.
This is an important game.
Every game's important now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a very important game, bro.
It's not.
I think you're gonna drop points in the weekend, though. I do.
I bet you do. You never have hope, Man United. So I'm not. It's nothing. It's not surprising.
Is that officially coming out to?
Listen, man. It's you lot always kind of think that I've got some ulterior motive. I don't rate Man United.
You don't have
never rated them. You know this.
How can you rate?
Everyone knows. No, but it's not about them. Like sometimes when a team's not playing well, certain stuff happens.
Like Arsenal did, and then got a weird win against Newcastle. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah. But look, ultimately, I think Ten Hag, unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't make the right decisions, and I just don't feel like he's the manager that needs to be spoken about as having an amazing, season so far. I think when you talk about Rashford, he's off the boil right now. Listen, he can, produce moments of quality, but all week, every single person, every single massive Man United fan online has now said, "Oh, every single one of these players can be sold. Every single one of these players aren't good enough." They've named 3 players that can stay.
Name names.
They've said
name names.
They've said, listen.
Name names. I need to know names. Who's accountable?
But listen, as I said,
you're doing what Monster does. You push these fake agendas. Like
no, it's not. Go and do your research.
No, I don't need to do my research. I'm asking you are the research because you've done it clearly. I want you to name some names.
Point being is
okay. Then you ain't naming names.
No, I haven't finished. Point being is that ultimately you got De Gea up in goal, and he's known to have a clanger. I don't believe Wolves have to play amazing football because obviously Man United aren't playing, the football they were playing earlier in the season. So it happens, it happens. And, we drew at home to Southampton, we drew away to West Ham. So funny results can happen. And I believe with the pressure Liverpool are putting on, you're playing well. Listen, no one's going to give Liverpool credit. Liverpool are playing extremely, extremely well. No one's going to say that because they're not playing how they used to play. They're playing really well. Gakpo, I spoke about him 3 weeks ago. I argued with Kaz how well this guy's playing. And listen, no one wants to say, but listen, he looks amazing. No one's going to say it, but Gakpo looks amazing.
So he's getting his Liverpool shirt out on loan again.
Listen, man.
Is Salah world class now, Lee?
No, listen, people need to give. I never said he wasn't. I never ever said he wasn't world class.
Oh yeah, you did say he wasn't.
That's the nonsense. I never said that. I've never in my life said that Salah wasn't world class. That's stupid. I never
So
said that.
you never rated him or nothing. You did.
Yeah,
You have
I don't.
quite
I don't.
quite
And in comparison
It's
to
very
Henry, hold on. I said in comparison to Henry, please never ever disrespect me. Don't. But anyway, point being is that I think that Man United. I think that Man United are going to drop points this week, and it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they're going to drop points because ultimately, you've got some funny defenders. You know, Lindelof is Lindesoft at times. De Gea, you got Casemiro. Casemiro's not playing well. And listen, we need to speak on that because everyone wants to speak on Partey not playing well. Can we not speak on the fact that Casemiro is looking bummy at this moment in time? He's not a bummy player, but he's looking bummy. Rashford, and it's been all season though. And this is one thing I have to say. If Rashford wasn't scoring the goals, Man United haven't been excellent. So it's not like I'm fabricating something. This is literally what Man United have been. All their goals have pretty much come from Rashford scoring off-the-cuff goals, off-the-cuff moments. So if they don't get a goal from Rashford, the likelihood of them getting a goal from anybody else, it's quite slim. Anthony, another one, quite, improved. I will give him that. But again, doesn't get the goals, hasn't played as well. So, I just want to say, look, I believe that Liverpool are going to get top 4. I really do. And that's not putting pressure on Liverpool. I actually genuinely believe that Man United aren't as good as people have been making out. And as I said to you, go on YouTube. You're going to see all the big Man United YouTubers, all of them. They have only said they want to keep 3 players: Casemiro, Varane, and who was the other one?
Say they again. This is what I mean. Don't say they. Just say his name. Just say his name.
And Lisandro Martinez. Everybody else.
Flawless said that. Flawless said that. Who's not they? Flawless said that.
To be honest, I don't want to disrespect him. I don't know Flawless. I've never watched his content in my life. But listen,
you know it. You do know him.
I don't know.
Okay, then. This is
what point being is.
He's not wrong in a version.
50. See you in the Champions League, my brother.
Right, I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. Welcome to the party, Lewis. Pick up yourself as always, bro.
Yeah, man. We made it. At long last.
40 points, yeah.
40 points. I am signed out now. I don't
rest easy.
I'm on holiday. I'm on beach with the players.
Bob, I said before you came in, I think there's a definite win there for Man United against Bournemouth, being that if you guys can beat them, I think Man United will beat them. And I say that with all due respect because, wins haven't really been Chelsea's thing this season. Let's keep it a buck.
Shit. It's cool, bro.
But, bruv, you have the biggest say in everything that happens at the top of the league between now and the end of the season. You have Newcastle, you have Man United, and you have Man City, who are all battling for something at the top of the season. How much of a say are Chelsea going to have in the end of this season? Talk to me, bro.
Bro, we simultaneously have a say and don't because, we're playing all of them. We will not impact any of those games. We're just giving out 3 points. And it is what it is. Like, I know we're going to lose all 3 of those games, go down swinging with some dignity, and end this season. We got 40 points. We're still going to lose that Forest Super team that I watched on Monday night. We're going to lose the other 3 games. Don't worry when we come down to your grounds. Don't worry, because nothing's going to happen. I promise you, nothing's going to happen. Like, as all the Arsenal fans I was speaking to before the game, like, I'm worried we might draw this game. By half-time, it's like, these lot are shit. Yeah, I've seen this every week. Even the Bournemouth game, that was fugazi. We didn't play like we deserved to win. We should have lost. But we got 3 jammy goals. I'll take it. We're not winning any of those games. It's fine. It is what it is. Enjoy your 3 points in advance, Kaz. And everybody else. We're not influencing anything. I'm sorry.
Even I wish we could play you again. What is...
That's what I'm saying.
Lewis, I was gonna say there's no way you're losing every game you play between now and the end of the season. The law of averages.
There definitely is a way.
Bro, we've just lost 6 in a row.
Average.
No, but come on, man. A club like Chelsea,
anything because they don't stop losing.
So hold on, what you looking to tell me is you're gonna have 10 losses.
I'm gonna be honest. I think they. No, I can't. You know what? I'm not even gonna disrespect.
Chelsea will not finish the season with 10 losses in 11. Come on, we've got to be honest. There's no way that is what the statistics are.
Drifty, bro. We have had 2 007 days in a year. beat the allegation twice, but how do you even get to that point? 6 losses in a row.
Reece James
twice.
Bond.
And you think we can't lose 4 in a row? Bro, we are
Yeah.
capable. We are more than capable.
10 losses
sorry,
in
man.
11
We need
games.
to
Is
get a
that
draw.
really? Surely not. You've got to get a draw or a win in one of those games, surely. Even if it's the Forest game, surely.
Maybe Forest, depending on what their finishing's like. If they're feeling clinical, though, it's a long day for us. I won't lie to you. They've got something to play for. We don't. We're on the beach. There's nothing left to compete for. That's why
Well,
only
gives light
like Badiashile and Madwakey looked good on Saturday. Everyone else looks shit. I still don't know how we won, but I'll take it.
Right.
That's Bournemouth.
Bloody hell. I mean, George, what do you see happening with the Man United, Newcastle, Liverpool situation for the top 4?
You know what? I actually don't even know because Newcastle looks set for the whole season, and I don't know, man. Recently, they can't keep a clean sheet to save their lives. They're just sort of outscoring everyone at the moment, so it could be a sticky situation if they lose at the weekend. But yeah, man, it's all I know is we ain't involved anymore, so I don't pay attention to that. And we done that to ourselves. If we got the results against Everton and Southampton, it's a different story. But you know what, same old Tottenham. So.
But even if you hadn't lost to Newcastle, let's say you managed to keep it respectful.
Yeah, but I wasn't necessarily
or something
expecting
like
anything from Newcastle away. The other ones where we drop points, that crap at the bottom, that's the difference maker in whether we're involved or not. But nah, we're battling Aston Villa this weekend, so that's all I care about right now.
Does anyone? There's a quote from Callum Wilson. A few Liverpool fans took the wrong way, but I don't think they're looking at it properly. He was actually complimenting Liverpool. He said that Liverpool need to calm down, and everyone was like, "Right, are you talking to?" But then he went on to be like, "Look, I've been able to smell Champions League all season, and I can't smell it anymore." So he was basically giving a compliment to us that we put pressure on, and now he's worried that Newcastle actually might not get top 4. Do any of you lot think that Newcastle could be the one that drops out of the top 4?
Yes,
It's definitely possible, man. Definitely possible.
I actually think they're going to drop points. They're definitely going to drop points. In my opinion, they go to Leeds on a 12:30 on a Saturday, and they're going to struggle because the way Big Sam plays, and it's at Leeds ground, and they've got something to fight for. And the thing is, when we have no Newcastle, when things that are needed, like that game against Arsenal, they needed that to secure it. They needed to beat Man United. When things get going, they have struggled for it because there's pressure on them because they've never done it before. Never. It always
They've got a tough run of games as well.
I mean, all right.
I would hate 12:30 kickoff. I think the 12:30 kickoff is just a psychological battle in itself. And that's what I believe.
Cass, I agree with you. We've had to play 12 o'clock kickoffs this season. I think that's scandalous. I have no idea why Liverpool have had to play that.
My heart bleeds for you, Drifty. I'm sorry that you had to play.
Yeah.
But wait until you see what them 12 o'clock kickoffs on
By the way, shout out to Zed in the chat, man. I think if it's the guy that I met on the train, yeah, shout out to you, man. I didn't know he was a Liverpool fan though, but yeah, shout out that. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I think he's saying, yeah.
I didn't know he was a Liverpool fan. I wouldn't have spudded you if you were a Liverpool fan, but yeah.
But yeah, so Newcastle they've got Leeds, as Cass was saying. Then they're at home to Brighton. I don't know about Brighton after the way they got beat up by Everton. I'm not sure whether maybe they've gassed out now, maybe a bit or not. And then Newcastle are at home to Leicester. By then, Leicester could be relegated though. So I'm not really sure how much Leicester will be able to put into that one. And then, I mean, Lewis hasn't given me any hope. They finished the season away at Chelsea. What are you telling me, Lewis?
That game is going to be
your last game of the season at home, bro. You telling me you can't take some points off of Newcastle for us?
They're going to be coming in there. They're going to be coming there desperate for points for the top 4 race. We are holding 5 in 20 minutes like Spurs did.
Your home game of the season, bro.
They've never been able to handle a situation before, so you might be able to capitalize on a quick.
Yeah, but we got to put the ball in the net.
What are we saying?
Oh, that is a problem, Chair. True.
See, yeah, I don't know, man.
Our top 4 thing is going to be finished, I think, by the Bournemouth game. And then it'll be down to Newcastle new, man. That's what I actually believe. Because you know what? I think they drop points against Leeds. And I think you also drop points against Villa. I think you get a draw. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not going to discredit Liverpool because I think you, man, have been actually good to get your 6 wins. But I compare it to Man United's home form as well. Because you don't know what Liverpool you're going to get. And typically, you don't actually know what Man United you're going to get sometimes. But when it comes to the home form, when you get to the home form, You don't know what Liverpool get the job done. They do get the job done one way or
I
another.
actually think Southampton away in the last
Let's be
game.
honest, your last few games have not been your best games either. After the first 20 minutes, you've dropped off. And luckily for them lot, they, offside decisions. Fulham, that was a dive, bro. Let's be honest. From my man. If not, I think Unai Emery can have a part to play as well. He's a dickhead to play in away games. A proper dickhead.
But Kaz, can I just let's you're gonna think that I'm like, oh, so I'm just on Man United, but what gives you so much confidence? Because you're not playing well. You're not playing well. Even at home, you only win 1-0 most of the time. I think your last 4 games, you've only scored 1 goal in those wins or whatever it was.
That's
so
fine.
for me, it's not like you're playing amazing football. And look, as I said to you, your keeper, there's scrutiny around your keeper. Let's be honest. He's
getting a new deal, by the way.
Let's be honest. Sure. Your manager is making a few mistakes with his substitutes and the way that he's starting games and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, fine. No, and again, let's talk about let's do the football thing and let's not do the banter thing. Your manager's making mistakes, that's clear. Your players aren't playing well, that's clear. Some of your players are out of form,
and that's fine.
That's clear. So even if you said, okay, cool, you don't win, you might draw games. So I just think that you can't be sitting here saying, oh, well, like
I can though.
No, okay, you can, but I don't believe you should.
I will.
And you also have to think about it. Your Wolves have been a little bit of a bogey team for you. So listen,
not at home.
Yeah, they have. They haven't been good.
Not at home. We beat them at their ground this season as well, 1-0.
Yeah, this season. Yeah, but it happens. We beat West Ham at our home this season.
As you said, it happens.
All right, cool. Look, all I'm saying to you, bro,
whatever. I hear it. What's it called?
I saw your keeper do a madness against Sevilla, and I saw your keeper do a madness against Wolves, against West Ham. Sorry.
Again, Lee. That's
Diego Costa, Cunha.
Man United have been in this position before this season where we've been battered or we've had a tiny spell of bad run of form and we jump back. It's like your memories ain't jogged quickly when we played against Everton and Leicester at home and we played good football. Oh no, wait. Brentford is another one in recent times. Did you not forget that? It's just when we gone to the away. Of course we've been bad, bro. It's
Lopetegui.
Let me land, because I'm landing.
I'm deserves more credit.
I'm literally on Qatar Airways right now, yeah. So let me land, bro. So, anyways, I've been there this season. You've had the same conversation with me all season long. Your away form, I don't know, 7 hard, this hard. I've had it from all you man all this season about our away form. But guess what? I'm at home. I have every single right because the way you can flip how shit we've been away all season, by the way, not just this season, all season where we've had maybe the odd result that's gone our way. Our home form is a whole different aspect. And when I come on and this next week, Thursday, because I do this when I am confident, and I'm always typically right when it comes to this part of the game. When it comes to home games, I have no reason to not be confident when we've got the home crowd and we've just had a week's rest for the first time in time. And then we like to do this thing about your form. Well, look at Wolves' away form as well then. They got nothing to play for.
That's fine. All right, cool. So can I just ask you a question? If you don't win on Saturday, okay, let's just do the hypothetical. Do you still think you're going to get top 4?
Yeah, I do, because I think that we beat Fulham, we beat Chelsea. The home games alone, I think we win. That's it.
So you don't think there's no redemption? Like the whole Fulham. What happened? They played well against you. They played really well against you at home.
Yeah, maybe.
They should have won. You should have lost in the FA Cup as well. Listen,
we played Maguire that game. We played a couple other men that game.
Stop bringing excuses, man. Just
no. Go look at the team we fielded. Go look at the team we fielded.
Just talk about the team we fielded. Look. All I'm saying is, look. I hear your point and I get your point, and you're saying, look, you're at home and you should trust your team at home 100%. Listen, I don't even want to discredit that point. I'm more saying to you, look, I think that you're quite cheeky to be so confident about getting top 4 when you're not playing well, and it's at the time of the season where you're not playing well. I'm not going into the Brighton at home game thinking that we're going to win. You know why? Because yes, we did beat Newcastle on the weekend, but we haven't been playing amazing football, so there's still going to be a little bit of nerves. But you're going in there thinking, oh, like everything's hunky-dory and you're just going off home form, bro. It's almost like me saying, oh, because I'm 6'3", I can get any girl I like, bro. Like, no, you have to put in work, bro. You have to do certain things, and that's how you're moving. You're almost moving a bit like, oh, because I'm at home, No, that doesn't work like that,
Yeah,
guy.
because
My
last
guy,
time
it doesn't
we
work
got
like that.
points at home was
Just
when
celebrate more time when I'm out
Leeds-
in the street. You get me? Like, just have to
Yeah, but
run the town and that. You get me?
this is the difference, yeah. This is the difference, yeah. You want me to come on here to appease you rival fans? You want me to sound like my man who reps Tottenham, who's always going against his team all the time, and playing that game? Like, I'm not gonna play that game for the satisfaction for you.
Yeah,
rival.
Did George just catch a stray there?
Talk about Tobes. Talk about Tobes.
I was gonna-
I'm not talking
I
about
Can't be me.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, to be fair. Actually,
It's
no,
Tobes.
I
It's Tobes.
it's Sava. So, anyways, always going against his team, and then it's like, bro, that's like a wet. That's a rival's wet dream, bro. I'm not gonna do that on this panel because if I flip to the other side, yeah, I'm
So
not.
you're
so
saying you're being fake. So you're saying
No,
you're
no,
being
but
fake.
you can be honest though, bro.
No,
You can
I'm
be
being
honest though.
because
You know what I'm saying?
because I am being honest. I'm always honest on stream.
So are you saying you're being fake because so you really don't believe you're gonna win? But
No,
because
I
you
do.
don't
I didn't
wanna
say
give-
that. I didn't
You
say
don't
that.
want to give the
I'm not
rivals the juice.
I said, yeah. I'm not about to go do this flip and flop thing just for you, man's sake. But then if I start calling for if I just start calling for my team to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not so confident, this, that, and the other. All you man can say, oh, but you've been confident all season. This is what you get for this and that. Yada, yada, yada. Bruv, it's boring. Is it not? You're going to just flip the narrative to suit how you want to play this on this stream. So I'm not going to do that for you to suit it because I know how your games play, Lee. I know how they work. And I ain't about to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right, can I ask you who's better? Who's better, De Gea or Kepa?
No, the haters don't get kept. Don't even do
Nah,
that.
Lee, you're taking liberties, bro.
No,
Nice,
Kepa's
nice
bad, but we're not
results
doing
in
the
itself.
hair bad. No. Kepa's
Come on,
Kepa's-
man. Come on.
Kepa's bad.
No, speaking of De Gea,
Oh,
Kev, he's
shit,
getting
I
a new
won't help
contract. Before we move on
Yeah,
to
no,
Man United,
Let's get hand.
It's a phase out. It's basically a phase out contract, but it's stupid in my opinion. If you're just gonna get rid of him, don't give him a new. Just get rid of him, man. But I think it's more speculation along the lines of who the owner's gonna be because we don't know the budget, and he might not have enough to go and get a new goalkeeper that Man United desire. Do you get what I mean? Can't afford to get up a new. You can't. The thing is, Man United right now, as it stands, can't afford to go get a keeper that's up and coming because if he starts making mistakes, like young keepers do, people are going to be calling back for the hair and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? But if you want a now keeper, Diogo Costa maybe, they're going to cost you 80, 90 million these days, 60 million. What budget? That's
Shit,
what I'm saying.
Martinez from Villa.
No, you just don't know. I don't want him.
Who's a better keeper, Lloris or De Gea?
I think they're the same.
No, they're not. Don't do that. The hair is much
No,
better.
no,
than-
no. Come on. De
Welcome
Gea's
winner.
better than these.
No,
man.
the hair.
Come
Don't
on.
do that. Don't do that. I swear your man got booted out the whole squad.
Injured, but yeah.
He got booted out, bro. He was
They
having
both made the same mistake. They both led to the same mistakes this season. They both
man's a criminal.
four
Ah,
mistakes this season.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm taking Lloris. You know,
No, you're not.
I'm actually taking.
I know he's
come
being
on.
disingenuous.
He
about
made-
it.
I swear,
Yeah,
I'm,
no,
I'm,
come
I'm
on, Lee.
taking
There's no
Lloris.
way.
That trash me garbage.
I'm taking Lloris. I'm not gonna lie.
Straight
This season they've been identical.
Straight
I'm-
middle.
All right. Do you want to know what? Yeah, because I don't. I don't want to keep stressing. I don't want to keep stressing Cass out. Let's move on to fifth and sixth. Let's move on to the Europa League places, which I think Liverpool still realistically are going to finish in. So I'll bring up the table again.
Come on, believe in yourself, man. Go into that top four.
For anybody who doesn't know what the situation is right now with the table. So I did this quickly because I was just saying Wolves win, loss, win, loss, win. Their last 5 games, even if it home and away is a difference, at least they've got a little bit of.
Drop to 13th again.
Go check it out.
Well, Chelsea are
Oh,
42.
I would
Oh,
love
shit!
it.
If Wolves win, oh yeah, shit.
Oh no,
Could be a bit-
wait. Oh no, Bournemouth. We got better goal difference. They can hold that, dickheads.
But bringing it back up. So you got Tottenham, you got Brighton. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
we're
not
not
going to
involved,
disrespect.
man.
No. In the 5th and 6th in Europa League, bro. We're moving to the Europa
No,
League.
but even
places
still,
now.
5
Oh,
points.
by the way,
We're
I
three
want.
games to go.
By the way,
We're
I'll
not
pull it out
making-
here. I want an apology next week Thursday. By the way, when I come back to the stream, because I will get my apology one way or another. You'll see.
I mean, I hope you're wrong, but
Yeah, I know you're wrong, but I'm gonna get my apology from Lee. Actually, no, you know what, Lewis don't really say much, and George, and you.
Me? What have I done?
look, I ain't said nothing, bro. I believe
I've
we're
been
saying where we're
I'm
gonna
enjoying
finish.
this.
You can't hurt me, bro. I'm already dead.
Third party accomplices. I want my apology.
But Tottenham, George, talk to me, bro. All right, let's go on the premise that you believe that with there only being 2 points in it with 2 games in hand, that Brighton will eventually overtake you in the league, and that means that you're finishing the conference place. Are you all right with that? Like, how do you feel right now about the situation with Tottenham and Europe and everything?
Look, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit numb to it now because after that week of like what was it, Newcastle, Man U, Liverpool, we needed to get more points than we did from those games to even stand a chance of being in a decent conversation with these European places. Obviously, yeah, we can get Conference League, but I really don't care. Like, and I know a lot of people are going to come and say that, oh, you shouldn't take certain trophies for granted because you haven't won one, whatever. Like, I just feel numb to it this season. I don't care whether we finish in it or not. Like Europa League, maybe, because nowadays you do get much better teams in it, but given Spurs' situation right now, when I'm talking about everything, the fact that we need a new manager, a new director of football, obviously there's going to be a massive overhaul with a lot of the players this year. If I'm being completely honest, I think we're better off without a European place because I just don't. A lot of fans, it's been a 50-50 split between a lot of Spurs fans of whether they're saying, oh, yeah, but you can use it to, play some of the kids or that's what the squad's for, to get them better and this, that, and the other. But look, time and time again, whenever we've been in these competitions, we never make it to the end anyway, because the problem is we do rotate and then fans go in on whoever the manager is saying that, oh, well, we should be winning this competition. We should be playing our first team instead. And then it ends up in this weird cycle of, all right, then you're playing your first team 2 or 3 times a week, which we don't have the quality of the team right now anyway. So look, for me personally, I genuinely would rather be without Europa Conference League and just try and focus on implementing the new manager's plan, getting the new team up to speed, whatever it may be, and just focus domestically. That's all I really care about.
Let me hit you with a scenario, though, certainly. Let me hit you with a scenario, yeah, bro. Because I hear what you're saying. Like, what you're saying makes perfect sense. The logic is logicking, right? But if you look at the scenario of what's happened in the last 3 or 4 seasons at Tottenham, you've had managers that don't suit the way you play, and their stupidity has prioritized other things. If you bring in a real Nagelsmann level project manager that you will give the time and he will be allowed to have a loss here or make a mistake, and it won't be, you just got to win like Mourinho and like Conte were supposed to do, you would probably take the Conference League a lot more serious the way Moyes has with West Ham, for an example. And do you not think that could be beneficial? Because again, and I don't mean this with any shade, being that you haven't won in Europe for God knows how many years, you haven't won a trophy for God knows how many years, would that not be a brilliant trophy, like how West Ham are trying to take the initiative to go and win that tournament and actually like use a much easier tournament to be able to breed that confidence and go on and actually achieve something? Because the conference would be a brilliant win for Tottenham, bro.
Oh, no, like I totally understand that point. And as well as like when we were in it, was it last season? Yeah, when we were in it last season, realistically, I mean, it's all if, buts and maybes, but realistically, we could have gone all the way, but we got knocked out because of COVID. So it is a competition in theory you'd like to think that we could win. But again, like it's just happened. It's happened time and time again when we've been in these like Europa League competitions and whatnot. Like in my head, I've just been burnt too many times. We're not going to win it, so therefore it's just extra schedule for. And look, don't get me wrong. If it was like any other normal season where maybe it is just a case of changing a manager and nothing else, then yeah, fair enough. But there's genuinely so much that needs to change within the club. I personally, and given the fact that we have to do the polar opposite of how we're playing from one manager to the next, it's going to take time to implement the ideas. Even when Conte came in the first time, because we were still in the Conference League, he said himself in the press conferences that he has had no time in training to actually implement his ideas. It's always been, you play the match, you have the rest, you prepare for the next match, like directly for the match. There was no time for any like specific tactical training. That's the only thing that worries me about sort of playing in these competitions. And look, it's just how I feel, man. Like obviously, if we're in it, then yeah, 100%. I think we should go and try to win it. But I'm not out here fighting for my life trying to get this Europa Conference League place. You know what I mean? Like I've just sort of just numb to the rest of the season.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think getting rid of Harry Kane is the best way to start off a brand new chapter at Spurs?
No, because I don't trust the board to spend the money.
Every system that's come into play, Conte, everything is based around what Kane can do, not what the team can do. Am I wrong?
No, I think it's just Kane is like head and shoulders above everyone else in
Bro,
terms
if,
of,
if
in
I'm,
terms of
if, the
visibility.
thing is, if I'm a manager, like, and I want my Kane not to be deep, I want him in the damn box, bro, not flipping yards down near Hoiberg.
Yeah,
Clearly,
but you say that, but he's still putting up record numbers for us and also getting assist on top of that. He's just
imagine
he's just evolving his game because of his age and playing a
imagine if
new
he
way.
was more near the box, how many more numbers you could get if there was a system that was implemented not just for Kane but the actual team itself. Rather
Yeah, but
than
then we don't. But the problem is we don't have the players at the moment to do that. So
Right.
where I agree with you is that we needed a what's it called, an attacking midfielder from day one to be able to assist those situations. The
Yeah,
problem
but I swear,
is
and thingy, Arteta got the best out of his crop of players at the moment. Like, even that's what good managers do. No, what
we
about
don't
Mike?
actually
Yeah, the best of what
physically
he's
do
described
not
at the moment.
have an attacking
That's what
midfielder
managers
in the
do.
club.
That's all I'm saying, innit? I just
We
think
do not have a single one. We've got about 7 DMs and wingers and then Kane. So the problem is, and I do understand you totally, because if we had an attacking midfielder like a Maddison, just as an example, it's a completely different story. Then yeah, I'd want Kane in the box. But the problem is, Kane's actually evolved his game to become that creator as well, because no one else in that current team can do it.
I don't know.
Which is what fine, because he assisted Son to get the Golden Boot last year and still got goals, and then he's having a stupid season this year as well, keeping us in the conversation at least. So I don't think, just getting back to your first point, I don't think getting rid of him. We're not like, if it's a different story if we're getting 100 mil and I trust the owners to spend it wisely, but they don't do that. So I would rather have Kane in his 25 plus goals a season and work on the rest.
Your team isn't even that bad. The way they're playing at, they're not even that bad when you actually think about it, in my opinion.
Speaking on Kane, he did an interview.
A lot of holes is the problem.
Have you seen Kane's interview, George, that he did?
Yeah, man, I've seen a lot of that stuff.
It actually kind of feels like he's just going to run the contract out. To me,
sounds like he wants to become a board member.
Yeah, if I'm reading between the lines, that conversation seemed very much like I will be here next year. I know in football anything can happen, anything can change. But what did you read from that? Because I read from that interview, I'll be here next year, then I'm just going to go for free. That's what I read. How did you take it?
No, I think it's sort of the same. Like, but then the problem is that it works both ways, right? Because with that whole Man City saga, he almost did the complete opposite. He was advised to like skip training and this, that, and the other, and it was like it got a bit messy. So I don't know if he's sort of doing the almost the polar opposite now, being like, look, I've gave my all for Spurs. Like, I love you guys, and if he goes, then he goes. Like, we're not exactly going to be bitter. We're not going to be bitter about it, but I can see him running down his contract, because I've said this every time though. I think Man U's the only real destination for him this summer, if they're willing to fork up the cash for him. If not, then
what's the cash? Because if it's 100 million, I'll wait till next season.
Right, that's what the owners are going to demand. So it's going to be 100 mil. So that's why he's going to. That's why I think he'll be here next year.
A piece of business for Daniel Levy, man. Be real.
Does he still go to Man United if Man United are the ones who drop out of the Champions League? Does Harry Kane go to Europa League, Man United?
Let's put it like this, yeah.
The thing is, he's not guaranteed.
Man United need to put you lot in a position. If we do get the owners and whatever, don't pay them 100 million. Put 80, 85 million down. Cool. I can expect that. He's one of the best in the world at what he does. Let's be honest. But let's put them in a position where
Levy just won't accept that from a Premier League
team. If he
team.
doesn't accept it, then he's losing out on a lot of money. And that's up to him.
He will do that to keep Kane, trust me.
And you got to keep paying off that stadium, one way or another.
Listen, we got Formula One coming in October. We got plenty.
One thing Spurs fans are going to have to finally decide whether or not Levy is a businessman or he cares about the football. Because if he does keep Kane, you can't keep saying that all he cares about is making money. You can't keep talking about the fact that all he cares about is the business side of things. Because if he's willing to let someone go for free, who is now worth 100 million in your eyes, then you can't talk about outside your mouth. So now you're going to have to give him a little bit more respect. So
no one said he doesn't care about football. We've all just said he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to the football.
Fair enough, but a lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said, not you per se, but a lot of Spurs fans, namely someone like my cousin who's a massive Spurs fan as well. Unfortunately, he kind of really does believe that someone like Levy is just about making money, the business with
he's definitely more. He's definitely more the business side of things.
I think his name is Joe Lewis or whatever his name is. So
he's the actual owner.
One thing I will say for Spurs, and look, I absolutely hate Spurs. I wish you weren't even a club, but I will say if you are out of Europe, I do think it will give you such a boost. I don't think Spurs will be as bad. I think you will be bad, but I don't think you'll be as bad as people make out. And I do agree. You get a new manager in, one thing that you can't replace and you can't take away is time. Look at the thing with COVID. when everybody was stuck in the house and we had time, everyone did up their houses, everyone got fit, everyone did all these amazing things, learned new hobbies, learned new, new talents and stuff like that. I take the same thing into training. The time that you're going to have in the pitch, it will do you absolutely wonders. And I think
that's why
I truly do believe that, Ten Hag suffered from that. And again, that's why, yes, I do give him a lot of stick, but I do understand a little bit more where Man United fans are saying this week, the whole week they've had off, you get a little bit more time to, implement little things that you're going to use in that Wolves game, because I've it's come at my club and I've seen that firsthand.
Arteta's done it firsthand with
I've
Arsenal
seen it
finishing 8th.
But again, that's why
Chelsea
I think,
again as well. When Chelsea had had a season without it, they were able to rebuild.
So I do see the positives. I also do look at it and think, well, we've been at Europe for ages and we still bottled the league. So yeah, like it can go both ways. But I do think you will have a lot more of a positive season in the realms of the negative season that you still will have, I think. But
so we need Villa then. We need Villa to actually jump ahead of you then. They're 3 points behind you. So do you genuinely want Villa to get that place then, George, and you lot finish 8th?
They're finishing 8th.
It's not, yeah. The problem is I can see us beating them this weekend. I think they've fallen out of form at the wrong time for themselves. So is 7th still?
But go by Kaz's logic. They're at home. They're at home.
We actually have a good record against them at their ground recently, which is.
Oh, check their home form then, man. You'll see how many times Emery's actually lost this season.
What happens if West Ham win Europa League? I didn't read any of all that whole.
Oh, they get Europa League, don't they?
They go into Europa League, but as far as
does it shift down places or anything, or is it just?
No, I think it'll just be there. I think there'll just be 3 teams in the Europa League. Same way, if a team who wins the Champions League don't finish in the top 4, there'll be 5 teams in the Champions League.
Cool.
So as I know, 7th place is conference because the cup winners are in the competition already, or they'll be in the Champions League. So it'll push it down because Man United won the Carabao, and the winner of the FA Cup will be a team who will be in there as well. It'll push it down. So Conference League will be 7th.
8th is the place that's out of it.
8, yeah. So at the moment, Villa will be the team that don't finish in Europe. Say that it finish how it is now. Villa
if I'm being honest, as much as we've had a bad season, I don't think we finish 8th. I think because I actually think we've got a fairly decent run in, and if I'm being honest with you, from what I saw with our team last game against Palace, it wasn't the most exciting game in the world, but tactically we looked like a much better side, and they felt comfortable. And we've got Villa away, Brentford at home, which isn't the easiest, but I feel like home is a bit better, and then Leeds away. I don't know, man. I feel fairly confident with how the season's going to end, which is a bit annoying. If I'm being
well, I've got a question that's probably going to rattle a few or maybe think I'm being stupid, but let me just do a couple supers quickly before I get into it. Big up Silver Spring for becoming a member. Big up yourself, bro. And Honesty, big up yourself as well, becoming a member. We've got some great member stuff coming for you lot during the summer as well. So big up you guys.
Did we get free merch?
Football Gossiper. You get a discount on the merch still.
Oh, well, we don't. So on the Kop-Ish panel, the Prem panel, we don't get the Kop-Ish Prem panel purple shirt.
Oh, you guys. Oh, we'll talk off camera, bro. We'll talk off camera.
We can give you the new Never a Foul limited edition.
Yeah, we'll talk, bro. We'll talk. Football Gossiper says United put Rio as Coast Guard and we still dock Champions League. And big up Michael for yours. Says, yo, Lee, you must rate Salah. 42 GA this year, playing with no Mane or Firmino. I mean, he did play with Firmino a bit. Arguably our worst midfield ever. Defenders twerking at the back.
Is he my dad? Or what about I must rate Salah?
Okay.
He's world class, but you don't rate him.
Fam, I don't have any more times. I keep saying the same thing. I've said that he's world class. I don't have any more times.
I have world class, but not rate someone that's world class.
Because goals ain't everything. That's it.
But if you're world class, surely that means you rate them because you're calling them world class, no? You're rating something upon them.
Yeah, there's just different clusters. There's different classes, isn't it? But
no, there's one class. It's called world class. It's one class.
Not really.
You're either elite, world class, whatever you want to make of it, and then you're just either very good in class, like same thing. No,
that is a little bit confusing, Lee. That is a bit confusing.
Okay, then.
Listen, man, you can spin the block however you like, but as I said to you, it is what it is, man.
All right. So my next question before we move away from Tottenham.
Oh God.
Lewis, you need a number 9. Your manager is your owner's a madman with money. Kane doesn't want to leave the Premier League. He wants to get that Premier League record. I think that's pretty obvious. Otherwise, I think Bayern Munich probably would be where he'd actually go. Lewis, how do you convince Harry Kane to come to Chelsea?
Tell him to run down his contract because Daniel Levy ain't going to take anything from us. Just wait there for another year. We'll make the fans suffer with Havertz up top for another year. But if we tell them Kane's coming, they'll probably firm it. That'll be the only way I'd be calm with it. And I don't care. If we could get Harry Kane on a free, that would be the perfect number 9 for us.
He's never going there.
You're not getting.
I know. I wish, but maybe he doesn't want to uproot his family from London, innit? Maybe he wants to.
Look, that's what I was going to say. What if he doesn't want to leave? What if he doesn't want to leave London?
Wait, are we talking about the same guy? That dashed off Luka Modric for cheaper.
I was just going to say. I was just about to say.
And so he can't go Chelsea. And we're talking about a bitter businessman. He's going to sell to Chelsea all of a sudden.
No, but Bowley puts up the type of money, Cass, that you just can't. Like Harry
the amount they're spending, right? Levy would ask for 250 mil, even with a year left.
No, we won't buy him from Spurs.
Can't even afford him. How about that right now? Until you
won't buy him from Spurs. He would have to run down his contract. That would be the only way you could ever see him in a Chelsea shirt.
What is Kane's 30? Was he 30 or 31, George?
He's turning 30 this year.
He's turning 30 this year. So if Bowley gives him an 8-year contract, which means he's guaranteed money till he's 30.
He can't do it this summer. He can't do it.
Oh yeah, they changed the rules, didn't it? I forgot about that.
If anyone would leave, he wants a lot of the budget up front.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just shit stirring. I know he's not gonna go, but it is a mad thing because if it wasn't for the Tottenham Chelsea thing, Chelsea spend money. They need a number 9.
And
it would actually be the perfect marriage. Pochettino is the manager.
What about your boy?
Hold on. Is Poch not an equalizer in this? Lewis.
What about if he came home? What about if he came home?
Could Poch convince him to go? You've got Jesus, bro. You don't need Kane.
What about if
there's less chance of him going to Arsenal than there is him going to Chelsea.
What about Marnie apparently is going to Chelsea potentially.
We're not going to break my heart on
this
show.
He grew up 10 minutes.
Yes, we are.
Maybe.
Harry Kane grew up
our best winger.
10 minutes from Hale End. I can tell you for sure. I know exactly.
Best everything.
So what? So Lee, you think there's more chance that you could get him than Chelsea could get him?
I think it's probably as equal. Apparently, this is what Spurs fans have, tried to make out. Not Spurs fans, rival fans have said. Apparently, the Chelsea derby is more of a bigger derby. They hate Chelsea more than they hate Arsenal. That's what some people have been saying. So I don't know.
I think that's what Dele Alli said.
Battle of the Bridge and all that stuff.
Dele Alli and Trippier said that.
So apparently, if that's the case, then
it's because Arsenal were nowhere to be seen at that time. To be fair,
maybe so, innit?
Yeah, but you man are getting
money. The bigger challenge. I understand it.
Why don't come back to the Premier just look up again that striker?
I mean, we might as well talk about it since you
Poch wanted him at Spurs about 6-7 years ago. So Lewis, Mane to do it again at Chelsea.
Mane to Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie. If he goes there, he's gonna break my heart. I swear.
It's gonna be about the money this time, not about the football.
What are you saying, brother? How do you feel about these rumors that Mane's in advanced talks with Chelsea?
Come along, please. Like I'm malnourished, bro.
Add another winger.
I will take
another winger.
No, but I think he would be playing false 9 though. He would
number 9.
That's fine. Klopp put him there and he was balling out for you lot in that position. I am fine with it. And my other option is Havertz. I will take Mane up top any day of the week. I'm here for it. I've seen people talk about his age. He's not had the best season in the Bundesliga and all of that. He's still got better numbers than everyone we have. I'm hearing 30 million potentially. If that's the case, go for it. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying nothing.
I think I was actually disheartened by him potentially going there. So there's no affiliation between Liverpool and Chelsea. Why would that?
No, me personally, he's my favourite player. He's my favourite Liverpool player of all time. I'll be devastated if he plays for another Premier League team. Devastated.
All time.
Yeah.
All time. Over Gerrard, over Alonso, over Pepe Reina, over Hipia, over bro.
I said Hipia.
All time. What?
Yeah, real talk.
Daniel Agger, John Marisa.
Over Gerrard.
It's close. It's close, but Sadio Mane is my favourite.
Over Skirtle, you've got to be joking.
Over Fowler.
John Flanagan.
Wait, hold on. Over Mo Salah.
When you think of it,
Sadio Mane is my favourite Liverpool player of all time.
When you think of it, you've had some crap over the years. I can see why he's one of your favourite players.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do
It's
that.
true, though. You've had some
We're not going to do
Like,
that.
when you go past Steven Gerrard in the last 30 years, who do you think of? It's gotta
Oh,
happen
we've
in-
had some absolute legends at this club.
there's
Or what, Fernando Torres?
No, but Mane's more longevity.
Wow.
Him and Salah, the new legends of Liverpool, no?
Wow. That
Yeah,
is-
already.
Remember, favorite player isn't thinking he's the best player. Remember, there is a massive difference between who your
At
favorite
Kalani.
player is and who you think the best player is.
Over Origi.
Origi's my
isn't it?
guy still.
Best
Origi's my guy. I love
Graham
Origi.
Henderson, your best captain of all time.
Wow. That is mad. Sadio, fair play.
I can't believe
boy.
you.
Well,
you
Sadio
prefer
Mane is
over
the best
Tsimikas.
left winger to play for Liverpool apart from
Torres.
John Barnes.
Racist. No,
It is what it is. John Barnes is the only left winger better to play for Liverpool than Sadio Mane, in my opinion. I don't know. If
Sadio Mane's wicked though, man. He's always lit up for you. I can't lie, man.
Mane's a legend. I think like people get it a little bit twisted because he didn't get the
He's a
hype
legend.
that Salah
He
got.
took a cup for ransom and left.
But
He said,
Sadio
"Pay your
Mane is
money
my
to
guy.
leave it."
Man.
Is that really legendary when you think about it?
Over Genie. Wow. I'm shocked. I don't know. I'm shocked. But
No, I can
So-
understand. I can understand if there's a legend that thinks he deserves more money, or player wants more money, and he thinks he deserves it, then fair enough. But if you love the club so much, and a club can't afford it, then you stay. No, can you really call that legendary?
I mean, I personally would prefer Lallana, but that's
Yeah, probably. Actually, you know what? Probably would call it. I think Liverpool done
Torres
it.
and me.
I think Mane's done way more than enough. But then again, Sterling done way more than enough than City, and they don't consider
I
him.
would have never thought any Liverpool fan. I mean, look, and again, you're right. Like it's your favorite player. My favorite player is Fabregas, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
But wow, like I didn't think it would have been Fabregas. I mean, I didn't think it would have
Well,
been.
well, that's pretty similar, bro. When you've had legends like Bergkamp and Henry, and then you say Fabregas, that would shock me. You know what I mean? So
to be fair, I've always said Jermaine Defoe is one of my favorite of all time. So.
Andreas Christensen.
Oh, was underrated. That's
Lewis said
We
even
don't
gas
forget.
either.
We don't forget.
Lewis loves Christensen. He is not even chatting shit.
My guy's
Well, I
flying
never lost
high in
shit.
Barcelona. It's one of my only joys left in football right now.
The Defoe deserved the bigger club, 100%.
Do you know what? I always feel like Defoe is in the top 5 most underrated Premier League players of all time. Like, you know that when you go for a list of players that never get the respect they're supposed to get, Jermaine Defoe was
His
an
goal
absolute
scoring record
G.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
And when you think about it, today's game, you'd kill it.
Yeah, Jermaine Defoe's an absolute
Defoe next to
bad man.
Crouch, it was game over from the start.
Even
Yeah.
when he was at Sunderland, he was balling out. Do you remember Defoe was Sunderland? It was a madness.
He was
bro.
like 34 when he was there, wasn't he?
Didn't he go Bournemouth and start scoring there too?
Yeah, he did as well.
He went to West Ham and came back.
everywhere.
Came back to us as well.
Shout out East Ham boy as well. Shout out. to him.
Yeah. Defoe's an absolute Premier League legend.
I love
man.
it. I love it, man. He's
Certified,
I mean,
certified.
I'm spoiled for choices, really, but what can I say?
Same. I feel like I can jump in.
You sure Anthony's not at the top of the list? Okay, so
He's one near the bottom at the moment. I mean, right now, I probably have Jembo over him.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Jembo.
I'm joking. I'm really not. I'm just lying.
So let's move on to another pressing matter right now that doesn't involve any of us, but it's a very, very mad topic right now. Relegation, boys. We haven't spoken about it, so I want to have a quick conversation with you guys about relegation. Now, I'm not going to lie. I thought we kind of had a feeling we knew who was going to go down until the weekend. It got shaken up with that Everton result for a start. Fulham battering
We're not
Leicester
there
was
anymore.
absolute
Let's go.
madness.
I don't understand I don't know what happened. How do you get beat 5-1 by Everton?
I have no idea, bro. No
You know,
idea. West Ham beating Man United shook the room up as well. Forest batter it. Like, guys, who's going down? Honestly, who is going
I'm going to
down?
be honest. Leeds and Southampton, obviously Southampton's gone. I think Leeds are gone. They got a fighting chance. They do have a bit of a chance. I think Everton might just falter after they get slapped by City. I think Forest.
I tell you why.
for me,
I tell you
Leicester
why-
definitely going down.
I think I tell you why Leicester are going down.
I said
You know
that.
why? You know, look
I
at
think Leicester.
Leicester's fixture list, and I think Kaz was going to say the same thing. You look at Leicester's fixture list; they're going to lose against you on Monday, and I believe they've got
I don't know
2
about
hard games. No.
Newcastle.
Haven't Everton got an atrocious list as
They
well?
got
did they?
Newcastle League.
All right, let me
No,
get the
when you
Premier
keep it-
League. So
when you keep
Leeds,
it, Drift, when you
Leeds
keep
have got Leeds have got this. Let's just go through the last 3 games quickly. So
Fine.
Leeds have got Newcastle, Southampton have got Fulham, but I think we could say Southampton have gone, right? We'll rule
Yeah,
them out.
yeah.
Forest are away at Chelsea. Everton are at home to Man City. And I think we'll say West Ham have got out of it right now, isn't it, as well? West
Yeah,
Ham are
they're
pretty
good.
safe
Yeah, I think
now
they're
as
safe
well.
now.
And then Leicester are playing Liverpool. And then the following week,
Oh
we
Christ! I've
have
just seen Leeds'
Everton.
fixtures.
Everton are away at Wolves.
They can win. They
Ooh,
can
no,
win
they-
that.
no,
Leeds are away to
Wolves are
West
holding good
Ham.
right now. Sick. Keeping clean
Forest are
sheet.
at home to Arsenal. Leicester are away at Newcastle.
Who?
Leicester are away at
That's a
Newcastle.
loss.
That's a loss. That's a loss.
A loss.
And then the
I
final,
think it is the way it is.
the final
Yeah.
day of the season, Everton are at
True.
home to Bournemouth. Leeds are at home to Tottenham.
That could be a win. That's a win.
Leicester are at home
Nah,
to
no.
West
We
Ham.
smacked them up. We smacked them up. 5-1
Forest
last year.
are away to Crystal
But
Palace.
this is the problem, though. The problem is that Everton will get one more win, right? Now Leicester,
Leicester
not
and Leeds
winning-
aren't getting another point.
Leicester ain't
They might-
winning
they
against
might get a
Liverpool.
point. They might get a draw sign somewhere.
But, okay,
maybe.
they might
not
get
gonna be
one.
enough.
They might get, even if they get one win,
It's not enough.
Everton are going to get another win somewhere. So they need to get 2 wins, but they're not, because they got Liverpool and they've also got Newcastle away, and they are not beating Newcastle away. It is not happening, and they are definitely not beating Liverpool, because Liverpool. know that they
And
can-
West Ham as well. They got West Ham as well, which is not
I
going to be
disagree.
easy.
I disagree. I think because when a team has something to play for, is you expect them to do crap. But when I look at Leicester's form, since we like doing that, yeah, there is 2 draws and a win in between them 5. They've not picked. It's not terrible form compared to most of the teams there. So for me, on a Monday night when a team, they're going to be up for it, bro. It's going to be sheer will. I don't know what happened, but someone's taken over Jamie Vardy again, and he's deciding he wants to start scoring again and being a nuisance.
Liverpool
Except for the
notoriously
penalty.
travel
Except for the penalty.
poorly to Leicester
I
as well.
wouldn't underestimate them in the last couple games, because they might shock a few players. Just like Everton shocked us against Brighton, there's going to be another shock. I think Leeds could even get a point against Newcastle.
No, but you know what it is, though? I think that Everton have a good setup from the manager, and I actually think that they've got some good players. Whereas I think that Leicester, people think they've got good players, but
They
they're
don't,
just they're paper names. Look at Ndidi, for example. Everyone
Garbage.
keeps saying Ndidi, but he's actually crap. When you look at their defense, they look good, but they're actually crap. I think the only one that looks half decent is the Ricardo guy, who I'm talking about genuine quality, and he's not really been fit. I think he's injured.
He always keeps getting injured. Long-term
Yeah, so
injuries every time.
and then you've got the midfield, Maddison. But look, whatever you want to say about him, I know he's going to go to a big club. He's very hot and cold, and right now he's cold. So
I think he's just injury prone. I think he's still a quality player.
yeah,
But
no, he is. I know, but he's a very, when he's on form, he'll get 10 goals or 10 assists or whatever it is in like 20 games. When he's off, you just don't even know he's like, you think he's injured. So I think when you look at the likes of Leicester, I think that they're just going to struggle to get 2 wins, and I think Everton will get another win. And that's the reason why
A draw might even be enough, though, Lee, innit, for Everton? A draw
yeah,
might be.
literally, because if I think they'll beat West Ham, because West Ham are a bit of a shaky team at times. But look, I think Everton are decent, mate. Listen, Everton, Dominic Calvert-Lewin on his day is a handful. You look at their midfield. Their midfield is actually a top 6 team, or top 8. Decore, Gay, and what's the other guy?
Onana.
If I'm being honest,
I like Onana. I think Onana's the only one I really like.
Iwobi's decent as well.
Ghana. That's the man that's making it tick at the moment. Ever. That's the difference.
Yeah.
No, Decore is a baller still. I actually
Decore's scored recently, but I think Onana's the one that's. I think he's the one.
And then you've got Yerry Mina, like he's half decent. Okay, Jordan Pickford, I don't really get, but like then you've got the winger of the White McNeil, and on the other side, I can't remember the guy's name.
Wobie.
Great,
So
yeah.
Wobie's a bit
Wobie. But like what I'm trying to say, I just think when you look at Everton, they don't have these amazing names, but they're actually half decent players. Whereas with Leicester, they've got the names, but they're just not that good. They're actually crap. It's almost a bit like when Man United used to buy like all these flashy names, but they didn't end up being good in the team. And I just think that's the same thing for Leicester. And I think Leicester's been flirting with relegation people need to remember the season before they bloody won the Premier League, they almost got relegated. So it's not like it's a new thing. People always forget that. Yeah, man. To the season after that, after they won the league as well, they almost got relegated. So I think people need to kind of say, look, let's get rid of Leicester. Leeds, you can fuck off, because I hate them. And Southampton, see you later.
I mean, Leeds got a big problem at the back, because even Melier is not getting a game with them at the moment. They've got I don't know what his name is. They've got that like Gomez or someone in goal.
Yeah, he's crap as well.
Who's that?
Leeds, the goalkeeper.
Meslier.
No,
Yeah, but
a
he's
couple-
been dropped. He's been
Leeds
dropped recently. They've
fans
got
are
like
saying to get rid of Meslier. To be
yeah,
honest,
they got like a Gomez in goal.
They're overrated, man. He's garbage. Man.
I said the same. Everyone was saying him to come to Spurs, and I don't think he's.
No,
good enough.
he's arse and cheeks, man. He's one of these shit.
but he is only 23. But yeah.
I don't give a shit. He's
how do you even pronounce that? Roble?
reactions are
Joel
slow
Roble?
as well.
The goalkeeper.
So who do we think are
32.
going down then, Lee? I'll start with you, bro. No, say Lewis is back. Lewis, I'll start with you. Who do you think's going down, bro?
Saints are definitely gone.
Bottom
I was
three is
hoping-
man.
I think it might stay the way it is, and I was hoping Everton would go down, but yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I think it stays the same way. I don't
Stays
think
how
either
it is,
will pull
yeah.
themselves up.
Yeah, because Forest are going to beat Chelsea. That's a fact, or something.
Yep.
So, yeah, man.
Lee, what are you saying? Who do you think's going down, bro?
I think just because of the fixture lists of the teams, unfortunately or fortunately, the 3 teams that are there are going down for sure.
Cass, what are you saying, bro?
It's going to be a shocker in a result at one of them teams, even if it is Southampton are still down. Someone's going to have a shock result somewhere. It's going to happen. I think Leeds are going down. They need to go. I just hate Leeds anyways. They just need to.
Yeah, Burnley.
Fight off, man.
Why does everyone hate Leeds? I don't even get. I mean, Man
I don't hate
United, I
Leeds.
get it, but everyone else hates Leeds. Why
You know,
not?
big-
I hate Leeds because of family. I just got annoying cousins there, and I just wanted to go down.
I quite like Leeds, but yeah,
Personally.
I ain't got no
going down.
issue with Leeds.
I don't mind Everton.
Nice
I think-
away day, but bun them.
Yeah, it's a great night out. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Don't you think we need the big clubs in the Premier League? Leeds are a big club. Do we not need the big
Yeah, but
clubs
they've
in the
been in the
Premier
Premier
League?
League before him, like how many years?
I think it was like
Who's
15.
coming
I
up?
think.
What's the difference between Leeds and Middlesbrough? Middlesbrough also a big club. They might come up.
Bring Sunderland back up. That's what I want.
I'd like Leeds for the rivalry, but same way, bun Leeds. If they go
Who's the
down.
other team that's come up? Burnley, I suppose they've been in Premier League of recent, and who's the other one?
Sheffield
No,
United.
but Burnley aren't a
United.
big club though, Cass.
And
Do you
then
know what I
they're
mean?
not
Like,
in the
they're
round.
not
Like,
a big club.
Leeds are around when Mark Viduka and them man were here. You know what I mean?
Sheffield
Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're kind of Premier League royalty in that respect. Do you know what I mean?
Like 15 odd years ago. Like they just need to stay down, mate.
But like Leeds are like one of the only teams to win the league outside of the traditional teams. Now, like was it 91? Like when Leeds won it before it turned into the Premier
Yeah,
League.
let's
Like
also won the Premier League.
Leeds are a big club, man.
Yes, I think Southampton's got maybe not, but they need to go down. I hate Southampton. I'm tired of dropping 1-0 or 1-0 losses at their ground. Fun that.
Yeah, just get rid of Leeds.
Just get rid of them, man. Just get rid of both of them.
Boy. Man, them are harsh on the Leeds.
I
team.
don't mind Sheffield United or Burnley.
George, who's going down?
To be honest, I agree with most of the other guys. I think it's those 3 there. I think even if, like as I was saying, even if I can't see Leeds getting a shock result, even if Leicester do, for example,
Yeah, get Blackburn back. in the
I can
league.
see Everton doing the same, or at least getting. Oh, okay, they need more than a draw, like getting 2 draws. I just
Imagine Luton Town might get promoted. I can't believe it.
Oh, imagine.
going through someone's front yard to go into
Right,
into
like,
the away
even
end.
the drive, man, it's like what? That ground is in the Premier League.
I'm gonna
Leicester and Leeds are
manifest.
playing atrocious at the moment, man.
I'm gonna manifest right here, right now, and I'm gonna hope I put this in the universe. I think Leicester will win 2, lose 1 of their last 3 games. Liverpool being the loss.
Against you, yeah.
No, Liverpool being the loss, but then they win their other 2.
This guy,
I want-
this guy's crazy.
I want Leeds to win 2 of their last 3.
Where's the 2 wins? Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I'm manifesting, bro. No, I don't. This isn't what I believe. This is what I'm trying to manifest. Bro.
When everyone's watching, they're gonna get a point against you.
I'm gonna do that whole, like when you meet a chick and she's like, "Oh, what star sign are you?" Like I'm trying to do all of that, like manifest all of that rubbish, whatever it is you call it. You know what I mean? All that spiritual stuff.
In an ideal world, 16th to 18th all win.
I don't mind it.
And
I want
15th
Forest
lose all
and Everton to
West
actually
Ham
drop
got
in
down.
and Leicester.
Yeah, well, I want 15th in
That's
this
the
bottom
one.
conversation.
Yeah, get West Ham involved.
Let them beat Newcastle, man. I'm all for it.
No, I want Nottingham Forest and Everton to drop in and Leicester and Leeds to climb out. That's what I want. I'm trying to put it in the
Give me West
atmosphere.
Ham in the bottom with Leeds, and I'll be fine.
They're not get. There's too many points. That's
No,
7
West
points.
Ham. Are
They,
safe,
listen,
bro.
they've got to play these teams. They've got to play Leicester and Leeds.
Yeah, but that's
They're-
two wins.
West Ham are finished. West Ham are done.
That's 2 wins.
Yeah,
in a
They're
row.
focusing on the Conference League. They won this evening. They're going to
What
try
are you
to
saying?
focus
Leeds
on that.
United to get a win against
You
Newcastle.
never know. You never know.
Stranger things have happened, man. West Ham are going down. Trust me.
Astrology.
Look. Yeah, bro. I'm trying to put it out there, bro. I'm trying, and I sound as stupid as those people that go, oh, "I'm not talking to you. You're a cancer, or you're cancerian,
You're
or
still
whatever."
those people that used to read the palm of your hand and tell you how much.
Yeah, all that tea leaves and them thing there. I'm like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. all of that madness, bro. Like, I'm just trying to put it out there, innit? Maybe it might work. Look, I tell you what, if Cass is right and Leeds get a win against Newcastle, yeah,
Or draw.
12:30,
Or draw.
it is on. That's all I'm saying. If
Yeah.
that happens, then it is on, innit? Then
Yeah,
it
no,
is
and
on.
again, but then I will say that Man United will win because they know that they can go third as well. Just a caveat, by the way.
Oh, so you think like it will take the pressure off United because
Yeah,
Newcastle
yeah,
have
they'll
got
win.
points and all
They
that
will
kind of-
win
Ah,
110%. They'll win like 3-0. They will win.
I
Yeah,
hear
because the
you.
pressure is on. You know, they're going to be thinking about it against Leeds on a first kickoff of the day. And Leeds, as I said, Sam Allardyce, part of the bus, is a different type of part of the bus. Luke
You know
Ayling-
what? So
Luke
if
Ayling-
Leeds win,
Ayling
they
great.
go out
He doesn't
of
even need to
the.
go past the halfway line.
We got
You know what I mean?
17th.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
actually,
if
no, they go
Leeds win,
16th.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't even clock. So if Leeds win, they go. Did they
16th.
go
17th.
16th? They go.
They got better goal difference than
Yeah, they
Forest.
got
Oh my days! They go.
And Forest have to
16th.
play Chelsea.
Forest will play Chelsea.
Okay, but that's 3 points for Forest, so that's
Wow.
That means 17th. That means that Everton go back into relegation, and they might lose to Man City as well, which more than likely. You mean in Everton's in the bottom?
Have you not actually realised how involved Chelsea are in everything going on?
literally
Everything going
Hey,
on.
Lewis, man,
Chelsea
you decided
are
the league.
fully
You know what? Actually,
involved.
no.
We are
Guys,
not in
and
control of
you know what?
anything.
I'll be
We're
honest,
losing
I
to
actually
all of
want.
them.
Yeah,
You
I
are
actually
in
want.
control of
I
destiny.
need Leeds to win. I need Leeds to win because that means that the faint hope that Everton would then be in the bottom three, and they might have to do something against Man City. Fucking.
Oh
come
no,
on.
Lee. Everton are taking
you're
points
right,
off of
you
Man
know,
City.
you're
I've
right,
told
you're
you this.
You're right.
Wow.
You're right.
I need Leeds to win.
I've already told you. Everton are taking points off Man City. People think I'm talking for fun.
Nah.
Everton they're at home. You lot.
Yeah, but that Brighton game's got them thinking they
Yeah,
can actually
yeah,
go
yeah.
at Man City a little bit, and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
game.
Nah,
against
come on.
Liverpool first
Nah,
half.
come on. Sean Dyche ain't a dickhead. If there's one thing we know,
Wow.
that he's not a dickhead.
Wait, and if there's one thing I know, Pep Guardiola ain't a dickhead. They've got a fresh Foden, Mahrez, and Alvarez that didn't play a single minute against Real Madrid, and Laporte, and all them man there to play again.
No,
What?
but I don't think it'll be best suited for Pep to rotate. I actually don't think that's a good
But
idea.
he did that last week already.
He's
He
not
dropped
gonna-
Grealish
he's not
last
gonna
week.
rotate- Yeah, you're not going to rotate heavy.
Well, the
but
only thing
Harry
is,
Mahrez plays that game.
Yeah, but the thing is, Leeds at home, George, felt like a winnable game, right? And the way Leeds were playing,
So is
Everton.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
not away, bro, and not after that great result they got. Pep Guardiola will be an idiot if he thinks that this is going to be a game where
What
he
do
can
you
just
mean?
rotate
And-
4 or 5 man.
And it's like, why people not remembering City's good record that good? So it's far from guaranteed 3 points, bro. It's only recent that they dropped points last year that they won, bro. They go look at their record. They smashed Everton pretty much since like 2013 every single
Yeah,
year.
but
It was just that controversial
Everton
one
are
last year
scrapping
about the
for their
penalties.
life,
Yeah,
bro.
that was
It's
literally
mental,
it.
bro.
That was literally it.
come on, nah, Leeds. Where's KG, man? Aye, please.
And look,
No, I'm actually deep in it now. I'm like, hold on. I didn't realize I wasn't clocking. They can go 16th. They will literally be bottom 3, and Everton will have to get at least a point because hold on, they'll be on 33, and yeah, so they will need to get at least a point. Shit, yeah.
I actually think
All of a
Chelsea
sudden,
are
Lee
beating
loves
Forest
Leeds.
at the weekend.
Leeds.
Yeah, no, I need Leeds. No wonder. Listen, they got my name in their name. So yeah, come on, Leeds, man.
Hold on, are you home or away?
It should be Leeds United.
Lewis?
He's at home.
Yeah. Oh,
Guys,
I didn't,
Lewis
you
is
know
at
what?
home.
Are you at home,
No,
Lewis?
we're at home
no,
against Forest.
Against Forest.
100% Chelsea are beating Forest this weekend.
We are
I
not.
don't know about that. You know, Morgan gives
No,
one.
they are.
We are not beating Forest, bro.
Our knee.
No,
I don't know if that's
100%.
his name.
At the
100%
most-
Chelsea are
Our
beating Forest.
knee.
At the most, a draw.
Our Nini,
At the
our
most,
yeah.
you might draw.
I
win
don't
you.
know how to
I
pronounce
win
it.
you, man. Step on. Come on down.
Look.
Wow.
It's
Come
mad.
on.
Hey, it's mad.
don't
You know,
see
as
how bad
Saeed
we
would
are,
say,
bro.
it's mad in the dunya right now. It's crazy, bro.
It is mad in the.
Do you know what? It's mad
It's
that Wolves
mad.
have managed to make themselves safe because they were 20th not that long in what week 23 or something like that.
Yeah, their home form
Yeah.
picks up.
Yeah, their home form. They you know what I mean?
Lopetegui's done a
They've
bit
been
of
good
madness.
at home, man.
This is why
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
Wolves. Keep it pushing, Wolves. Cass, just quickly, because obviously, you know, you lot have got a cup final to look forward to, which I think the top 4 thing is kind of like
Are we getting smashed up?
blindsided a little bit.
Are we getting smashed
Do,
up in the
do
cup?
you believe, and I don't mean this in a shady way, Lee, but I do believe that 2 or 3 games before the Man City game for Arsenal, I think they started to think about Man City. I think Man City are that intimidating that teams start to think about them before they should. And it's probably part of why Arsenal dropped some of the points they dropped leading
Of
up
course
to the
Except
Man
us,
City
we
game.
fluke wins against
You know what
Liverpool.
Arsenal's fault was?
So,
They were
Cass,
they were thinking about that game against Man City, and that's why they all focused on the Man City game rather than the game ahead. Rather than thinking what's going on Man City, they should have been caring about themselves. I think that was kind of evident. But
So,
with us,
Casa, are you doing it with the FA Cup then? Are you already thinking about
man.
a trophy, thinking
Bro,
about Man City, and
let me tell you now, yeah. No, when Man United fans, I think it all comes from the fans a little bit, innit? Like you can tell the players must be thinking about Man City because the fans are. That's the game they were looking towards, innit? Most fans, yeah. With us, I'm not even looking towards the cup final. I even forgot what day it is on. I just realized it's on the 3rd on a Saturday. I thought it was on a Sunday. Or is it on a Sunday? I don't think we're on that. I think it's a bit evident from that 120 minutes against Brighton. Brighton's fell off in form. Like they look knackered as much as we look knackered against them as well. Knackered, bro. That's what I say. I think it's just down to tiredness and I think as well confidence. Of course, it is. If there's no goals, it's confidence. It's not just down to tired. So I'm not going to make excuses. Right? That's literally the two main excuses for it, and just simply not being good enough.
I hear you. I just thought there could be a correlation between the two teams who've all like dropped form dramatically, and they've got City to think about. Do you know what I mean? Like, could there be a correlation? Could there be a kind of? I mean, even Real Madrid. Think about it, guys. Real Madrid had a terrible month leading up to their game with mate.
Right, all they do is train for the Champions League every year. They don't care about.
Yeah, I think they lost 2 of their 3 games leading up to Man City. Like, does everyone just know they're playing Pep and just like start overdoing it, overthinking it, and does it all? Just
have you not heard what Ancelotti's going to do? He's going to go back to his original formation: 4-4-2, Kroos on the bench, Camavinga back in the midfield, Alaba left back, Militao back in from suspension. He's going all out, bro. This is what I mean. This is what they look for every season. It's like Champions League.
Because he knows he's gonna get. Well, he might go and get the Brazil job anyway, but he's gonna get sacked if he doesn't win the Champions League. So
I think he's leaving anyways.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I saw some stat the other day that said no Real Madrid manager has ever lasted 3 seasons or more in the last like 40 years or something like that. That's crazy, isn't it?
Why was De Bruyne crying as well? I was talking with that since he got in that. Why was he crying? It's not because Courtois had done his girl or something like that, but it was something else.
I just think it was the relief of realizing that they might.
Him, you know,
you can't be crying. It's one leg. You can't. I know. I get it. Look, I think they got the 3rd longest in history unbeaten streak in the Champions League. Man City 3rd in history at home unbeaten.
That's crazy. Still,
Man City. I mean, Real Madrid have got to overcome a massive obstacle if they want to beat them, man.
There's a part of me thinking that Man City might end up with nothing, but
don't worry, Inter Milan will win it by a fluky penalty, 1-0.
We'll talk about that on another day. Before I just get into the predictions to round up the show, got one super chat from Michael again. Says Saka has joined the Salah OnlyFans. We saying, Lee, do you think he deserves 300 grand a week? I know he's your star boy and you lot love him, but I mean, come on, 300 grand a week.
I can tell you 100% it's not 300 grand a week, but
that's not base salary. That's incentives and probably bonuses and all that.
He's on 200k a week, which could go to 300k a week. But listen, like you know, what's that saying? No one cares about the truth because the line's more entertaining, right? So it is what it is. You know, people are going to say whatever. People are going to say whatever to kind of to suit their rhetoric. He's not on 300k a week, so
he's been shit lately as well.
I was just going to say, talking about Saka, when it really came to the crunch of this season, is it not fair to say people are pointing the finger at Partey because that's very easy, and Partey was poor. Don't get me wrong. Why has no one been pointing the finger at Saka, bro? I don't remember Saka having a good game.
I'll tell you what it is, and listen, 100%. The last 5 games he's been poor. The last 10 games of last season before, the last kind of 2 games actually, he was poor as well. And I think what happens with Saka is he has been very clutch and he's been very good this season, but he gets to a point and he literally just blows out. And I think one thing you have to remember, and again, that's not an excuse, but because I don't like to give Saka excuses, because if he had won the league, no one's going to say, oh, well, he's young. They were going to say he's a made man in the Premier League. And there was all this talk about him being world class, so there's no excuses. But I do think you have to remember, someone who's 21 years old, he hasn't got his full VO2 max. He hasn't got his full, maximal capacity to, run and do things throughout a course of a season. He plays game in, game out. There was a stat where for the last 3 years, he hasn't missed one, or he missed 1 Premier League game. And listen, that's where you have to give people like Salah props. And this is what I said. These are the things you have to do, because no matter what, these people turn up. So listen, he's not been good for the last couple of games. Last season, he wasn't good. I'm telling you now, HM, the contract isn't worth 300. Well, the contract could be worth 300, but he'll be on 200k. That's you can't say that. Like, he's getting 200k per week. Incentives is something different. That's like saying, oh, when you work in the financial sector, in the private sector, you get a bonus. That isn't your salary. So, you know, you can look at it whatever way you like to, but he won't be on that. And listen, you can't say that the guy doesn't deserve the money. He's carried us for 4 years since he's 17 years old. He's carried this team on his back from Europa League, not missed any games. Been
Even
the guy
that young though, man. That's a big
yeah,
contract.
it is. It is.
I think
it
Martinelli
is,
has actually been the better of your
No,
players,
listen,
bro. If
the-
I'm being
Martin-
completely
the-
honest
No
with you.
chance.
the thing with Martinelli, right? The thing with Martinelli,
Many, man.
he has moments in games or moments in stretch of the games where he does nothing but gets a goal, and that's what people kind of just, if you just look at their stats and you see it, that looks good. But when you look at what Saka has been doing for this season, he has been very, very instrumental. And I think what weighs heavy is, listen, he's the England poster boy. People are going to say it's Harry Kane, but if you look at all the campaigns, if you look at everything, Saka's looking like a poster boy right now. So I think that's another thing. And he stepped up for England as well. So listen, I'm not saying that he does deserve it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I think he does, but listen, 200k, London boy, he's going to get half of that anyway. So yeah, listen, like, fucking Bayesian, just pass my rum, man. That's it.
I was gonna say, Beige says, Lee, where is my rum?
No,
I
you said you're sending me the rum. This guy. Anyway, if
I'm not gonna lie, Lee and Bayesian go back and forward. It's a mad thing.
Bayesian's my guy. If I'm going to, I think I'm going to Toronto. I'm gonna hopefully link up with him. So yeah.
No, Bayesian's an absolute legend. I'm hoping to go Canada as well.
He's the people.
I'm trying to convince Bayesian to come on a ski trip with me when I go to Canada, but he's not about that snow.
He likes the sun, man. He likes the sun.
Yeah. Come on, man. I get it, but no, I'd love to go on a ski trip to Canada. That's one of my life goals. Still, definitely. But yeah, just before we finish, then, guys, I just want to ask you some predictions for this weekend. Then, obviously, we've been talking about what's going on this weekend. So coming up this weekend, Chelsea. I mean, we obviously kind of spoke about it before, but let's just do some confirmation. So, everybody, starting with you, Lewis. Obviously, it's your team. Predictions for the Chelsea Nottingham Forest game, bro.
2-1 Forest. We get another goal for the goal of the month contender. 5 goals in May. I look forward to it. But yeah, we are not coming out of that game.
I don't even believe. Lewis knows there's a sparkle in Lewis's eyes after the Bournemouth game. Look, you can see it. Look, I can see it. There's a sparkle in his eyes now. You don't believe this, bro. You know you're gonna beat up Forest, bro. Come on.
No, we weren't even good against Bournemouth. Like, we were just lucky to score 3 goals. Same thing will be with Forest, but Forest have something to fight for. They'll be more clinical. They'll actually be awake. We're going to lose. It's fine. It's
all right, Lewis. Gallagher can save your season.
I hope the away limbs are good.
One thing I will say, I'm not going to lie, taking the Bournemouth game out of it, that Arsenal game was fucking horrendous. I don't think I've seen a worse performance from a top team against another top team.
Chelsea versus Liverpool exists.
Drifty, bro.
Chelsea
I watch this every week. This is why I'm telling you we're losing, bro. This is every week. That Arsenal game isn't like a flash in the pan. No, that's been every game under Lampard. Most of the games under Potter.
No, but in the Arsenal game, Lewis, you couldn't even pass to a blue shirt. Like, you weren't even you couldn't even put 2 passes together.
Same thing with the Wolves game, the Villa game, the Real Madrid away game. What other matches? The Brighton game.
No, but Real Madrid away, you nearly scored 2 or 3 times in the first half. Like, you weren't actually that bad. The Arsenal game was.
Leg, yeah.
Oh my god!
No. I want to tell you the funniest thing, right? Lewis did a fan cam outside Chelsea. Yeah, I think they lost to Aston Villa, and the Aston Villa fan came out and was like, "You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit," and Lewis was like, "Yeah." There was some hench guy that was there, and he was like, "Guys, can you just give him a chance to just talk?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're shit."
And on Saturday when we lose, it's going to be the exact same thing again.
It was too. I'm gonna send a clip in the chat. It was so.
I'm still hoping that Chelsea have got enough pride to realize that Man United could be there to take points off of in that game. I'm trying to put it in the atmosphere. I'm doing the crystals thing again. I'm
Bro,
manifesting all
Arsenal
that.
was meant to be there to take points off of Tottenham.
No, but Arsenal
was
were
there
good
to
though,
put
Lewis. That's
points
the thing, isn't it? Like Arsenal were playing really good, so like it's a bit
Arsenal
different.
were winless in 4 when we were playing them. They were saying, "Oh, we're
Yeah,
in bad
that is
form
true.
and
That is
everything.
true.
We could be getting a draw." Remember Tottenham when we went to play them? I was telling everyone, "Oh, we're losing 2-0 in that one because they are not as bad as we are." Man United, it will be the same. I don't care if they lose all of their games coming up to playing us. They will win. Brentford were winless in April until they came to the bridge, and then they won 2-0.
No, bro.
You know what, guys?
I wish they could continue next year as well. I wish. I pray for days like this.
I said Chelsea just looked like they had too much stuffing from the Christmas turkey.
Do you know what's mad? Because we love Lewis, yeah, I don't think we think about it. Chelsea have not been cooked enough for how this is the worst I've ever seen any top flight Premier League team perform in the history of the Premier League.
I know it's funny.
This is madness.
And he just said, "Yo, Chelsea need to eat a banana, bro. They need some potassium, you know. They're looking.
Nah, they need a washout, Lee, bro. They
need a prayer circle.
you know when every West Indian, every Caribbean knows when grandma's like, you need a washout. You need a washout.
I got seen a video today of some guy, this African one, flipping singing this Chelsea song. It's bad, bro.
It's so funny.
You're on about.
Chelsea.
They've had 3 managers. They've spent 600
What? No, they've had
million.
5 managers. No, 4 managers.
Yeah.
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah, they had Bruno for 2 games, right?
Oh yeah, they've had 4 managers, spent 600 million.
Oh, please
Oh,
let it
my
continue.
days.
Let it continue, man.
This is crazy.
For once, can a
This-
downfall just keep happening?
I said, yo,
This is madness.
you know.
Oh,
madness.
Fuck me, boy. That is.
And everybody knows that constipation is just not the one, bro. I'd rather have diarrhea, bro. You get a sense of relief with diarrhea. Constipation is our madness, bro.
Yo, that is fuck me, bro.
in that firm.
So man, if someone says, "Do you want to come somewhere?" You're like, "I can't even walk properly. How am I supposed to come?" It's mad, bro. It's not the one.
It's
Fully sad. But yeah, Lee. Lee, give me a prediction for the Forest game, bro.
I'm going to say
Chelsea
1-0.
Forest.
1-0 Chelsea. 1-0 Chelsea.
Cass.
2 wins. Let's go.
I'm going
Moving up in the world.
1-1.
1-1, George.
I'll be real. 3-1 Forest.
Wow.
Bro.
Faz.
I'm actually going with Lee. I'm going 1-0 Chelsea. I actually think Chelsea are going to win this one. Next, Tottenham away at Villa. Battle of the Conference League, George.
Come
I'll
on.
start with you.
You've seen that
G.
trophy. That trophy is peng. That's the.
Wait. What are you saying, George? Give me the score prediction for this one. Away to Villa, bro.
I think we've caught them at the right time. I think 2-1 Spurs win. That's what I said yesterday in the Spurs pod.
I agree. I think 2-1 Spurs. Cass, what are you saying?
No
bro?
chance. 3-1 Villa, man.
We got Emery worried about Pedro Porro. So
No, it is, yeah. We forget, yeah. Aston Villa, the last 2 losses were 1-0 against United, I believe. And I know they were really bad against us, but they were also 1-0 against Wolves. Now they're finally back at home. 3-1 Villa, 100%. Harry Kane just get a customary goal. That's it.
Lee, what are you saying, bro?
I'm going to say that Spurs lose. And the only reason why I think Spurs lose is because they don't want Europe. I think they don't want, the players don't want it. So, and I think it means more.
Kane talking like he does, which is what.
Yeah, but I think when you look at it, I think Aston Villa just want it more. So I'm going to say 2-0 Villa.
To Villa.
We're not going to get the lead prediction for the Newcastle.
Lewis, we could circle back. Let's get our teams out of the way. Lewis, what are you saying, bro? What do you think about this Tottenham game away at Villa, bro?
That screams 1-0 Villa to me. Or 2.
Emery masterclass, yeah?
Yeah, Emery masterclass. They're going to keep going.
We need vengeance from Cash breaking Doherty's leg last year. So
I hear that. All right, let's just quickly go through the Man City result because obviously Daps isn't here, but Man City obviously still in the title race. I actually think it's going to be 1-0 Everton in that game. George, what are you saying, bro?
No way.
No way.
I think this is going to be 4-1 City.
Yeah.
I think it's going to
Yeah.
be hammering. I think
Cass,
people
what
are
you
getting
saying,
too much
bro?
expectations from that Brighton game. I think they're going to hammer them.
Cass, what you saying, bro?
I want to go. I'm gonna go. Nah, I can't do that. I'm thinking Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets a header or something like that. Yeah, I can't lie. It's a four. It's got four. It's got that 3-4-1, 3-0 written all over it. They
Lee.
can't stop scoring, man.
If you think I'm gonna ever think that Man City are gonna win a game when they just battered this whole league so far and they bloody almost beat Real Madrid, then yeah, there's no chance. So I'm gonna say I was gonna go 4-1, but I'm gonna say 5-1 now. I'm gonna say 5-1.
Just trying to outdo my prediction as well.
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't really say the same.
Lewis, Everton at home to City. What you saying, bro?
I'm gonna go 2-0 City. Title race continues. Go on, City.
Right, top
City.
4 again. Cass,
City.
Man United at home to Wolves.
2-0.
Give me a prediction, bro.
Rashford's definitely scoring. This time he's definitely
3-0, did you say?
No, 2-0, not 3.
Oh, 2-0. Okay. 2-0. I'm gonna go.
I think not them having a recognised striker. I think that's where they struggle away from home. They're playing Diego Costa in it, and that's why I think it's like this is where they dry up away. At home, it's a little bit easier. You might get a lot more of the ball. This is where you struggle. That's why Everton struggled against us because they had no recognised. Even if Calvert-Lewin changed everything, but they got nothing going forward for them. Typically, unless you get something special from Ruben Neves or
I'm actually good. I'm gonna go 3-1 Man United for that one.
Yeah.
George, what are you saying, bro?
I think 2-1 United. I think we'll do a customary Neves 25-yard screamer.
against Man United, isn't it? As he does.
It's always against Man United. It feels like it's always against Man United. So.
Lee, what are you saying, bro?
You know what? I say all of that to say I think it's going to actually be 3-0 Man United now. And I just think that it's because I think Leeds might get something against Newcastle. I actually now think they will. So I think that now that's going to give them the impetus to go forward. And it just 3-0 Man United. I didn't really see the table before.
Fair dues. Lewis, what are you saying for this one, bro?
1-0 Wolves, Diego Costa. I'd really like to see. Go on, Diego.
Hey, Lewis, I'm buying you a drink if that's right. I swear down, bro. 100%. And then the only other team that really matters right now in that title race, Arsenal at home to Brighton. We didn't really talk too much about Arsenal, actually. My bad.
No need.
My bad, Lee. I just realized. No, my bad. We actually
need.
didn't talk about Arsenal very much today.
No
my
need.
bad.
Don't worry, man.
What are you saying about this one, bro? Home to Brighton. The floor is yours, actually. Talk to me about Arsenal because we didn't talk about Arsenal.
Let's just get it over and done with, man, as quickly as possible. That's it. Hopefully, we win just because we hardly ever beat Brighton. And yeah, the season where Basuma rubbed Koscielny's head when he, they beat us in the last couple of minutes.
I've got that gift saved.
Yeah, absolute muggy. But yeah, I think Brighton are gonna come and try and do some madness because obviously they lost 4-1 to who was it, Everton the other day. So yeah, I can see it being a very tricky game. Saliba's out, Zinchenko's out. Is what it is, and I think we're going to go with the same kind of team we had last game, which was other than Zinchenko because he's going to be.
Is that a big deal? Is that a big deal, Lee? I don't mean to be shady, but I actually think Zinchenko's one of the reasons your form fell off, and I actually think Kieran-Tierney's better defensively. Is that even a big deal? Honestly, is that actually a big deal?
It is in the build-up, but defensively, and I know even Kaz has said it. Zinchenko's been horrible. He's been so poor defensively. And again, give credit to someone, to Trent, because if it was Trent that was giving these performances, people would be on his neck. So, and cussing him out. So, yeah, there's no excuses. He's an experienced captain of his country, so he shouldn't be performing like that. And yeah, it's not been great. But listen, I'm never gonna kind of dump on a guy. He's been absolutely immense for us. He's transformed us. He's transformed the way that we see left backs. The reason why some of the other clubs like Trent are doing it is that at Liverpool is because how successful it's been at Man City with Cancelo, how successful it has been with Arsenal with Zinchenko. So yeah, listen, man, it's one of those things. It's happened, and he's part of the reason, but he's not the sole reason. The lack of centre back, Saliba's changed the way we play. Partey, another one we need to talk about. He's dropped some clangers. Odegaard, he was absolutely special on the weekend, but he's dropped some clangers in the last couple of games. Saka, who we spoke about, Jesus missing some real guilt-edged opportunities. So it's not just been Zinchenko. We can think about the incident that happened against Liverpool where he got nutmegged by Trent, but I'm not going to stick it on him and say that he's the reason why we haven't been playing well, because there's so many reasons why. But yeah, listen, the game on Sunday is going to be absolutely a battle. Brighton are going to have a lot of possession. We played them earlier in the season. We beat them 4-2. We should have absolutely battered them like 4-0 to be fair. But we gave away 2 sloppy goals, and then we actually gave away a penalty in the last minute, but it got overturned by VAR. So it's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be, and they didn't have McAllister or Caicedo when we played them. And this is the first time we're going to play Caicedo when since the whole incident happened, when he had put the transfer request in and stuff to come to our club. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think we have enough to beat them, but listen, we don't have a Harry Kane that can just score an amazing goal from nothing. We don't have one of those players, unfortunately. So Brighton are a very good team, very, very good team. So
we're beating them, man.
Nah, listen,
look what Everton just did to them, bro. Real talk. Like, I think they're done now for the season.
I think you have to always remember, though, these teams can have these kind of sloppy games because they're not top teams. You don't expect them to go 10 games. And I think that's why people always look at the Man Cities and think that's the norm. What Everton did to Brighton, these results happen in the season to big clubs back in the day, but it's only because we see Man City now and we see Liverpool over the last 4 years. And I said, even last 5 years, we see these teams and we're like, do you know what? Raw, like Liverpool lost to Bournemouth, but back in the day that was normal. Back in the day, we used to struggle against Bolton and Blackburn. These were the norms, or West Ham away. So I think, I think these top teams will have results like that, but they're a very good team, man, and I think they're going to come against us, and they're going to really try and put it towards us. So it's going to be a hard game. I'm going to say it's either going to be a 3-1, but it's not to us, and it's not going to be a deserved 3-1, or I think we'll end up losing it. I think it's 1 or 2.
A big boy Emirates. Damn.
Listen, man, like Brighton are a good team, and I think there's something about us right now where I think we've just, even though we know we can, and it could all change if Everton drop points, so get points against Man City, because that gives you the impetus and say, look, we have to win. We have to win. Same thing, I think, with Newcastle and the likes of Man United and the likes of Liverpool. That will give them the impetus to go. They have to win those games. So it could all change. But I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna go 3-1. We're at home. Jorginho's playing well. Odegaard's at home. He purrs when he plays at home. Saka, he needs to get a good performance, as you said. Jesus again. And I think, we've got a new system how we're playing right now, and hopefully it works. But it's going to be a damn hard game, man.
Just before I come on to Lewis for his prediction for this game, just sticking with you lot for a brief second. Looks like another asking man for a favor situation. Today, rumors have circled that you're actually going to take Cancelo from Man City, who's surplus to requirements. How you feeling about that, bro?
I don't think Man City are going to sell us any more players. I really don't. And I think now Man City, I'm not saying that they believe that we're the new Liverpool. I don't think they do. I think they don't actually respect us at all. But I don't think they want us. They don't want to make another Liverpool. So Liverpool won't get players off Man City because they know Liverpool are a couple of players away from having a resurgence, I think. So I don't think that we're going to get any players from Man City. I just don't see it happening. And £50 million for a left back, again, I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you take him though? Would you want him?
Oh, listen, the quality's there, but I think we can better use that money elsewhere. I think when we did it with Ben White, it didn't make sense at the time because there was other players, and I just thought didn't really make sense. But now I think we need to concentrate on the midfield. I'm almost 95% sure we're going to get Declan Rice, from what I've been told. The same reason when I was told about Saliba being out from ages ago, which was turned out to be correct. The person that's told me is Declan Rice is all but done. If it isn't done, it will be very, very shocking. And I think we'll go for another 2 or another centre mid or 6 kind of replacement, Caicedo or Zubimendi. I think the links are for him. So yeah, that's where I think we're going to go, and maybe another centre back to cover Saliba, because obviously Kivior, who's played really well last week, is actually a cover for Gabriel. So yeah, that's there. And by the way, I just want to say I actually do not rate Rice the way that people do. I don't.
I'm
really
in the same boat. Bare overrated, man.
I don't rate him. I like that at all. I think Caicedo's the one. I think Caicedo's the truth. But I said it on
Rice is good, bro. Rice is good, man.
I just think, and again, I've thought this early on, but I don't really want to keep saying it because I think it's a bit out of order. But you know, the English bias thing is there, but I just don't see the technical ability. I don't see him being a genie. I don't see him being a Xhaka. I don't think he's better than Xhaka. I actually don't.
Bro, come on, Lee. Bro,
no, I'm being serious.
He's like for like in a way.
Okay, fine. And what I mean by that is, listen, when I say that, is he better than? I don't know, George. You can maybe say, is he better than? I don't rate him, but Bentancur, like, is he better than Bentancur? I don't know.
Oh no, Bentancur's different gravy.
But
he's better than Højbjerg. He's better than Højbjerg.
They're different. Yeah, they're different players.
I just think that you can find another.
He's an average player. Declan Rice is better than average.
Yeah, he's better than average player. But I listen. I just think that you can get good players in Europe to do the same thing. And
wouldn't you think that Arteta can make him Rice into something even better though than what David Moyes can? Yeah, he can. Listen, he's a very, very good coach, but I just don't see. He's definitely better than Shaq. Let's be honest.
Listen, he is. I don't think Rice is a 6. I don't think he's a standalone 6.
He's an 8.
He's an 8, but then
he can play both.
But he's never played single pivot 6 in his life.
That's the thing, and we play straight 4-3-3. Bottom guy at the bottom of the base, so Jorginho, Partey, and then we have two 8s. One who's a box-to-box, Xhaka, and one who is now the creator /10, even though he's an 8 in Odegaard. The issue that we've got with the 8 on the left-hand side with Xhaka, you need to get goals and you need to get assists. People don't realize Xhaka's got, I think, 5 or 6 goals and 7 assists. Rice has got 1 assist. One.
You know what it is though, Lee. People forget how good Shaq has really been this season.
He's been excellent, and again, because you don't see it, it's the same. I'm not comparing the two, but it is exactly the same thing with Genie. If you don't watch Liverpool, you don't understand how good Genie was. If you don't watch Arsenal, you do not understand how good defensively Xhaka is. I don't know if you guys watched the Newcastle game. That block he put on, he tracked all the way back, and I think it was on Callum Wilson. And amazing at 1-0 up.
No, he has been really good
this season. Has grown.
But it's only 1 season out of 8, though, Lee. That's the problem.
Yes,
bro.
But you have to think, right? All the other seasons, no one's put him in the position he's been in for Switzerland and for he's playing now. Everyone's put him in a standalone 6 position. He's not fast enough. He can't read the game that way. So you've put him in a position and not covered you've exposed his weaknesses more. So I think. Listen, I'm not saying he's a world beater, but for our team, the way that he's functioned for us, it's been amazing. And I think when you look at what we need, Rice really, for me, isn't the number one person. I'm not looking at him and thinking that he's going to change the world for me. But listen,
I think
it's more his price tag that would put him.
It's the price tag.
He's going to go even for me. Listen, 100%, George. I agree. Even 70 million pounds, I don't feel comfortable. But I
think 70 million. I think English tax as well upon it. But I think.
But again, you've proven my point though. You're proving my point though, Kaz. English tax. You're proving my point though, the English tax thing, and I
hear it, but 70 million, I think that's still overpaying just a touch, but I think 70 million, like, you know what, I can live with that.
But you're about to spend 80 million on Caicedo anyway, so it's
I said it yesterday on AFTV. I was on a live with Turkish. I genuinely believe people are going to shoot me if we get Caicedo, we win the league. I think Caicedo is that good, and I think he's so transformative to a team. He can pass. He's literally Kante reincarnated. I think whoever gets him, you're close to winning the league because he does.
Oh, wait, let me tell you.
He does 2 jobs, and he's 1 player.
You might not, you know. Have you not seen recent? Actually, I'll talk to you after.
Yeah. You know what's madly? Everybody thought I was a bit mad when I said Caicedo 12 months ago. They were like, "Nah, he's only had 1 year in the Prem drift." And I said it.
We were meant to get him for 5 million.
I said it. Caicedo.
But doesn't he also play with 2 in the middle as well? He plays alongside Royce most of the time.
it normally, if you watch his position, he's behind, and it's normally either Gross or McAllister. Camps, they start next to him, but they don't play next to him. If that makes
They
sense,
pick up the ball from deep.
they
Altogether,
pick up the ball, but they don't play it. He is that guy. And listen, the fact that he can play right back, he can play DM, he can do the box to box, he can do it all. He is so good, and I think that he's someone who propels somebody to a different team, to a different level. I think he's the level raiser for a team to win the league for me. But I could be going crazy.
He's who I want.
Listen, I think if Liverpool get him,
I want
think
Ugarte. We ain't gonna get him.
it's not. You know, actually, no. Okay, I'm not gonna say too much. I can't be bothered. I know properly.
I think if Liverpool get him, if Liverpool get Caicedo, you'll see a better Van Dijk, you'll see a better Alisson, because he takes away all that pressure. If he went to Tottenham, you would see, dare I say, a better Romero, because he takes the pressure off. Man United, you would think
Romero's already better just without Dyer.
We'll probably play Caicedo as like more of an 8.
Yeah, but I just think Caicedo's for me. I would be spending £100 million on Caicedo. That's just me.
No, 6 is worth it. 100 million, not me.
I think he is to win the league. I think he is. I think if we get him with our team and maybe one more player, I think the league is done. I think he's that good.
Oh, that's a mad.
I do Brighton. So, if you knew Beige and Pops, if you knew, I can't say nothing.
Let's finish up the predictions before we round up. Lewis, Arsenal, Brighton, bro.
Probably 3-0 Arsenal the way Brighton have been playing. They'll wipe the floor of them.
Yeah, I think it'll be 2-0 Arsenal. I do think this is going to be a pretty easy win for Arsenal. Comfortable 2-0.
I don't know if it's been that bad, man. I think obviously like the loss against Everton was bad, but they just smacked up Wolves 6-0, beat Man U, albeit that Man U game was a bit ropey from both ends. But I think it was more about them not being able to finish their chances than actually creating them. Like they were still getting the chances, just they couldn't finish their dinner.
They've got 2 losses and 3 wins.
At home, though, I think it's just going to be gold. I think it's going to be a 3-2 Arsenal win, if I'm being honest. But I don't think it's like going to be a pushover against Brighton, like people are saying.
Now,
What's that?
Oh no, Evan Ferguson's back now, isn't it?
Yeah. But I still think Welbeck probably will start that game.
You know, that is one thing I will say, that for anyone who actually watched the Brighton game versus Everton and didn't just see the result, they did have about 4 or 5 of their main players on the bench. And when they made the substitutions, I think the second half was 1-1, if I'm not mistaken, right? Everton won the first half 4-0, but then it was 1-1 in the second half, and that was when Brighton
March came on and looked like the maddest threat, and then he'd done his hammy and he's out for the rest of the season.
Do you know what? Sully March is underrated. You know, I think he's a really good player.
Like Trossard, another one. They're both the same.
Yeah. I think Sully March is a
really
bad
player.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind Sully March being understudy to Salah at Liverpool, if I'm being honest.
He's
a good player, man. Who, sir?
Not Harvey Elliott, no, you star boy, no.
Elliott's not really a right midfielder, a right winger. So.
What happened to Carvalho? He's supposed to be. He's leaving now, isn't he?
Yeah, me not speaking of English. So George, what did you say to?
I think 3-2 Arsenal, to be honest. But
I
think it's gonna be a tighter game than people are expecting.
Cass, what do you think that
I'll
one will
put
be?
a finger in it, but I need Arsenal to hurt them. That's what I want. I literally need Arsenal to touch them. Like literally hurt them bad. I don't care how it is done. Just go hurt them. Even if it's 3-4-0. I need Brighton to think like what's going on here, so they can go up against Newcastle and be like, we're getting something today. And I hate the Zerbi as well. He's a salty prick.
Are you just hurting because they beat you the other day, bro? Is that what it is?
It's just the manner of it. He's just a salty prick. I don't see no fucking I don't see no celebration pictures at the back, because every time it's against Man United, everyone's got a celebration picture in it. But when they get slapped up by Everton, where's your celebration now? Where's the guy doing that stupid dance?
Bro, boy. Everyone at Man United just getting angry now.
Nah. Zerbi's salty. It's like Thomas Frank. Them two are just like the same.
To be fair, he beefed Stellini for no reason. He was just standing there the whole
time. Italy, innit?
I was going to say, he's just a red-blooded Italian. You know, they've got that passion. They've got that passion, man. You can't fuck with them, bro.
Is it passion like that? Because if we talk about another stereotype, we're calling them madmen and all that kind of stuff because of certain,
Well, look, I mean, some stereotypes, some stereotypes are stereotypes because they're true. Like South American players just have that nice, aggressive, like, you know what I mean? Like
Latinas are feisty, but like, and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to, let's say, black women, when they want to be like aggressive, they're called aggressive, but they're being feisty and all that.
Yeah. We know that. Exactly. I mean, obviously that goes a bit, yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, maybe it's just one of those. Anyway, let's move on. Let's start Liverpool just quickly before I get you lots of Newcastle predictions. I will obviously save my prediction for this because we'll be doing the preview for this game. Make sure you lot stay tuned, guys. On Saturday, that should be coming out, the preview for that one. George, what do you think of Leicester home to Liverpool, bro?
Oh, it's going to be a spancation, man.
Mm-hmm.
4-0 Liverpool is what I'm going with. Leicester are atrocious at the moment, and you guys are in great form. So even if it doesn't,
Gakpo.
Cass, what are you saying, bro?
2-2. Yeah, Leicester got signed to play for, man. I don't know what Liverpool are gonna. I don't know what Liverpool are gonna get. They weren't that great. To be honest, I know they got the job done, but they weren't that great against West Ham.
We don't travel well to the King Power, you know. I'm not gonna lie. We don't travel well to that.
What was that stat from Salah? What was it? 40 goals?
42, something like that.
42?
What are you saying then, Lee? Give me your prediction.
Listen, man, I don't know if that game's gonna be on Sky Sports, Spank Bang, Pornhub, but that is gonna be one dirty blown out back from Liverpool straight in the back hole of Leicester. The back line is going straight.
How is this? What the fuck? Lee, bro,
that is a straight 4-0 piping. And that's that Lexington Steel thing. That is straight, no long thing.
KD, if I'm so irritating and unpleasant, then fuck off, man. Simple as
yo. Straight 4-0.
Oh my days. Fuck.
No pause. Straight.
Bloody yo, this just became very X-rated. Lewis, give me your what we say, Lewis?
Past the watershed, right?
I'm gonna go for an optimistic 1-0 Leicester. Because I hope this game.
Lewis, bro, what's going on, bro?
Liverpool.
Sorry, man. I like Leicester away. It's like an hour and a half from London.
we can't take Lewis's predictions seriously, man. He's on the beach now. He's got his
football.
He's not watching football anymore for the rest of the season.
You know who Lewis reminds me of right now? You know the granddad from Up Year when he just goes into the clouds.
I'll be back next season, bro.
He's just floating.
Oh man,
it's 11:30.
Fuck
meant to be in bed. Are they not? Is that not? Am I not right? Is that not correct?
What's that, sir?
Kids can't be watching this because it's 11:30 at night.
Listen,
yeah, I know, but a lot of people gotta remember it will be on YouTube forever. So at 1 in the afternoon, someone can still be watching it. I'm not gonna lie, Lee just went on some madness.
Make it educational. Teach the kids something, can it? Whatever.
To be fair, we definitely tick the not for kids box, so it's not our fault if the kids get to see it. You know what I mean? It's on the parenting.
You guys used to have Kop-Ish after dark. I swear that's what. Yeah. So it's what it is.
This is all too haram for my liking, man. Stop.
So just to finish up quickly, because obviously Cass said he wanted to touch on the Newcastle thing. To be fair, they are involved in this top 4 thing. Away at Leeds, we did talk about it during it. But Lewis, do you actually think Leeds can get anything? What are you saying for this Leeds Newcastle game, bro?
It might be a bit. It was definitely going to be a tough atmosphere for them, but I don't know. I'd be surprised if Newcastle lose this one. Maybe a draw. Say 1-1.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I'm gonna say 1-1. Inshallah, innit? I need it to happen. I need it to happen.
Wait, Lee, what you saying? You think they can get something from this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1-0. And if I did offend anybody with religion stuff, I do apologize as well. But yeah, 1-0 Leeds. I'm gonna say
1-0. George, what you saying, bro?
Man? I think Leeds are just did too much in the mud. They made Patrick Bamford delete his socials. They've got sending apologies to Weston McKennie as well. I just think they're too far gone at this point. I'm saying a Newcastle 3-1 win.
I agree with George. I actually think Newcastle are gonna. I think it'll be a really close first half. People will think Leeds are in it, and then Newcastle will do what they did to Everton.
Listen, Newcastle will master the dark arts just as much as Sam Allardyce is. So I think it's going to be Yeah.
It's old school versus new school dark arts, isn't it?
Of wasting time of 42 minutes in
I-
play.
I'm not gonna lie though, and I don't even mean to be shady right at the end, but Lee, you know, a lot of people were going on about Newcastle's time wasting the other day. Arsenal have been doing, especially Jesus and Xhaka. The time wasting from Arsenal recently has been a madness.
Have you seen this? Have you seen the stats though?
I haven't seen any stats.
I think
no.
we're 7th in the list of the season in terms of time wasting. And guess who's number 1 of time wasting? Newcastle.
Is it actually new? Is it actually Newcastle?
Yeah.
Well, the
best
reverse
two
fixture was only in play 44 minutes or
Yeah,
something like that.
the
42
best
minutes.
the best 2 clubs are Man City and Liverpool, and then it kind of goes down to everyone else.
Right,
So then
Newcastle. Fair enough. If
They are
Newcastle
number one.
time wasting,
Told you,
Time
that's
wasting.
mad.
they are a master this year, the dark arts.
I do remember when they come Anfield, they wasted 8 minutes. I think when they
There
came
you go.
Anfield.
And what did they
And
do?
that
They
old
wasted time in extra time, which led to your goal.
They
So-
did it when they
Yeah,
beat us
yeah.
2-1 at our ground. They
I
did the
can't
exact same
lie,
thing. It was never in play.
You don't need to waste time against Tottenham. Let's be honest.
Hey, listen, Kane's coming for you. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
parting shot right at the end, yeah. Mad thing.
Says the team that couldn't beat us at our ground. Look,
It's right, man. We beat you. We
Fled-
beat you.
fluffed a 2-0 lead. That's fine. That's
Yeah, I
fine.
know, but we didn't need to waste time. Still, we didn't waste time to get the point, did we?
We didn't either.
We had 15
Boy.
minutes of a good spell. Calm.
Well, you know what? On that note, you've had us for a little bit longer than you should have. It's been a brilliant show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Big up you, man. It was a really good show. Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button for me, please. Let me actually just check quickly how many likes we're on, because sometimes it's criminal. It's
Smash that
absolutely
like,
criminal
smash
how many
that like.
likes. 194 likes. Come on, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody in the show, their link is in the description to their channel. Make sure you go and show your love to them, man. Big up as always, Lee, Lewis, Cass, George. Love as always, brothers. We will be back tomorrow for the Friday call-in show, as always, guys. Obviously, with us playing on Monday, that's why the preview will be out on Saturday for that game. And we got a members video coming for you at the weekend as well. Big up to the new members we had this week as well. And yeah, I don't know. Is there anything anybody wants to say before we leave?
Smash that like, man. Smash that like for the
City.
guys.
Staying up.
City.
Hey, listen, blue's my colour, man. I've got it's all good. It's fine.
League's done, so
Chelsea.
Lee, it ain't over, bruv, man. It ain't over, bruv. I've seen madder things
Premier
happen.
League.
thank God the show's finishing, bro. Freaking hell.
I've seen madder things happen. Trust me, bruv. It's a madness. It is a madness. There's just as much chance as Liverpool getting top 4 as there is of City not dropping the points Arsenal need for Arsenal to win the league. So if you think we can get top 4, bro, you can still win the league.
Listen, you're going up against 2 teams that are a bit flaky at this moment, and we're going up against a juggernaut who's won, I believe, 17 games in a row. Well,
That is true, but they've got a lot on their plate, bro. They've got a final, they've got a semi-final, they've got a lot on their plate, bro.
They 5 on that shit, man.
Listen,
They-
man,
They
I
score every
tell you
week.
what,
Keep it going.
What's that saying? What was that saying? I think
Manchester City
they
end up
say faith moves mountains, but it can't move Man City off the top of the league.
Is that the saying now? Yeah,
That's the new
Right.
saying now. So yeah.
Okay, no, I do hate Man City for what they do to people, but yeah. On that note, big up everyone, and again, make sure you go and hit the link in the description and follow these guys, man. Make sure you get that down. Smash that like button on the way out. We're on the road to 30,000. Make sure you subscribe if you don't. A lot of people forget to subscribe. 65% of our followers or watchers don't actually subscribe. So, guys, just 2 seconds, boom, subscribe, and then you're done, man. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, people, peace.